the other one. So he's even saying you ruin TikTok too. And he'll be taking that as Luke, as Donna, as EQ, as me, as you, as Zach. He's taking it as everybody. So we all ruin TikTok. So you can't say, Birdman, if you're in here, that you are aiming it at me, that I ruin TikTok, because I'm doing no different. What's he saying there? Everyone apart from Angie. No, you can't say that, Birdman. Angie is right up there with us. She's in the chat, and I like Angie, but I'm not sticking by something. Angie does things, and she'll tell you she does things to affect people. She'll laugh at them. Listen, we all do and say shitty things on this app. So if one person's ruining the app, we all ruining the app. Yourself included. How's about that? But if you want to speak about it, feel free to get up in the box. Nobody gives the flying F this morning. I'm not in the mood for you this morning, but let everybody else up to have their opinions on what you said about EQ. And I don't agree with EQ going back at your religion either. I've never been biased about this, not one little bit. Not one little bit. I've said my truthful opinion on all sides. I can't understand you anyways, Birdman. I cannot understand you, what you do this for. You never come into my life. You've never said anything about me, the same as I don't about you, but yet you've come in because you're on these dailies or whatever it is. Oh man, honestly.
Hello, Pearly.
Morning, Babby.
Pearly's doing it for a bit of clout, mate. That's all he is. You can't in one breath say you lot are ruining TikTok, then use our platforms to speak, to fucking then get up the board. And Angie's the only one that isn't biased, and she's brilliant because she's.
And Angie's in here. Angie, you're being spoke about. You can jump up in the box. And Luke, don't start screaming, shouting after this morning. I'm not in the mood.
I can't scream anymore.
Good,
I'm not allowed
good.
to scream till
Angie's
Monday.
in here. If she wants to jump up in the box, and how does she feel about Birdman saying we all ruining TikTok? What's your good morning, Angie? Good morning. Do you agree with me? We all say and we all do things on here.
Yeah. You know what it is? I've always said that what's ruined TikTok is the FYP. I've always said that. You know what I mean? And that's
No,
But he's coming and telling me I'm not fucking FYP.
No, it isn't. It's not Pearl. It's not FYP.
I think it is FYP.
What ruined
no
TikTok,
FYP,
Angie, was the dailies.
Well, there
What
again,
ruined
wait a
TikTok
minute.
was money.
There again, Angie does F page, so she's admitting if one's ruining TikTok, we all ruining TikTok, and I don't do F page.
I just feel it's become toxic with FYP, with all everyone's opinions on each other. That's all. You know.
Angie, do you not think it's down to the individual host of who does the FYP?
Yeah, but you drag people on this app. I sometimes have dragged people on this
Angie,
app, you know?
So when people are battling, Angie, they don't drag each other and cause drama and shout and scream at each other, no?
Yeah, they do. I just think with the FYP, it's just everyone going back at each other, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I think, Angie, what ruined TikTok was dailies, weekly rankings, boards, competitions. Money ruined TikTok. That's what ruined TikTok. Yeah. As Birdman stated, you've now got his loyalty because he sent your community over to gift him. That's all it is.
But I've always had.
Me and Angie have been friends for time.
Yeah, right. And so how come we haven't been friends for time, Birdman?
Pearl, we have. What did I just came in and said that this is ruining TikTok because it is.
No,
and I was actually just disappointed in you doing what you did.
You've just said yous are ruining TikTok.
It is, because it is.
I don't do F page. So then you're basically saying Luke, Angie, Donna,
you know what I think
EQ, Zach's ruining TikTok.
You know what I think? People put boxes in. You know when you've 8 boxes and you drag the host is dragging one person. I think that's what's ruining the drama.
Angie, all that drama in TikTok was money.
Oh, no, all that drama.
Yeah, you know what, Luke? You're not wrong. Money obviously is a route to all evil, isn't it?
Yeah, you shouldn't have been transphobic to Evil Queen, and she shouldn't have been Islamophobic
exactly,
to
and
you.
that's what
it's
I
as simple
said.
as that.
I didn't agree with none of them.
And Birdman, you knew what you were doing in that box. You were having a laugh with everyone because you kept giggling, and you knew what you were doing. And I didn't get in because I didn't want to have a scream and shouting.
Luke, listen. Let's just leave all ego and all that stuff to side. Look, bro, genuinely, it was literally a reaction, and it wasn't being transphobic by it. I was literally
Right.
saying, "Well, I would never do that."
I
bro.
understand
And
that.
people
So
have just
tell
dragged
me-
this out of water.
okay,
That's
okay.
the truth. Like,
I've got no
the-
issue with a reaction to a reaction. I've got no issue with that. Right?
what
No
the issue
issue.
was.
What was the context
Bro, if I was
behind
transphobic,
playing?
yeah, it wouldn't have
what
been
was
in the
the-
line.
It was the
What was-
songs afterwards
What
that
was
done
the
it for me.
context? What was the context behind playing "Man, I Feel Like a Woman"?
And then
Yeah,
girls
I
won't
didn't
have
even
fun,
know.
and you played
Someone in my
it
chat
twice,
said play the song, yeah, and I liked
Hey,
it.
but-
You're
I
not
genuinely liked it.
You
One
are
sec,
very
please.
intelligent.
And then obviously everyone else after start going on like.
Can I just
Nah.
compliment my
Bitching
statement?
about it, and
Birdman
then I
doesn't
just
realise
thought-
something, yeah? Birdman, you don't realise this, yeah? But I don't think you should apologise because the EQ, which no one has played, by the way, she was Islamophobic just the
And
other
I've
day.
I'll
just
be
said
playing it
that, and I
today.
Yeah,
don't agree with
Angie, I
that
haven't
too.
apologized because I did because if I
Yeah.
apologized, for it, and if I did, that would mean that I was
And I told you
transphobic.
to. I was the one saying apologise, Birdman, and then she's gone and done that about she was Islamophobic.
Angie, you're a hypocrite, mate. You're a hypocrite.
That's just not
I'm
Luke.
just not a biased
I'm not Luke
person.
because I
Watch-
apologized
alright,
to. I
can- alright,
apologized
can
to
I
the
ask you
community
both a
of people if
question
they
then?
were offended.
I'm
But
not getting
I said I
irate.
won't apologize to Evil Queen.
Can I ask you
She's
both a
not a
question?
hypocrite.
Angie, I was cam-2ing you. You watched Marcus Ems play that song singing
I'm
to
not
Evil Queen.
apologising,
What
Croc.
hang on. What were your words? I was cam-2ing you when you watched Marcus Ems sing that song and play that song. What did you say? Because I've got your word by word what you said.
that's
All right,
not-
let's
there's no
forget the song. Yeah,
context.
let's leave the song. Let's talk.
Oh my
forget
God.
the song.
Okay,
that's
listen.
the
Song's a song,
fact.
guys.
Are we
Let's
actually
forget that.
having
song.
this conversation over a
Listen.
goddamn song?
Listen,
Elliot, come on, let's
if
leave the
yous
song
went back
part.
at
That's
each other, if yous went back at each other and said what you said, I said I didn't agree with you saying she's a man. She's went through a struggle, and that's to any person that's gone through that. She went through a struggle to get where she's at. She's had the full. So now she's a trans
Deep
woman.
down, everybody. Deep down.
Listen,
yeah, in
no,
your
let me
hearts,
finish, my
you lot
Birdman. Let
know
me
that
finish,
Go on.
please.
Go on.
But, and then she said something about your religion, which again, I do not agree with, right? But then, what done it for me? You went on and played them songs. And then, you went on to Angie's the
Agreed.
next day. So listen. You went on to Angie's the next day, tried to play that song. And Angie, you knew it was wrong. And you know why you knew
I
it was
put it on
wrong?
mute.
Because you muted him. And that's my
There
thing.
you go.
You know what? But I still think Birdman was reacted. You know, he
No,
was
he
affected by
carried
what
I was
it
saying
on,
deep down,
Angie.
everyone knows that I'm not
Carried it
transphobic,
on.
innit? And it's just listen, Pearl. You said it yourself from your own mouth. It come out. You said, "Birdman, you're doing this because the dailies."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, you guys are all doing this because I was on the dailies. Let's be real, because
I don't
this would be
speak
very
about
stupid of
you.
me
I
to do
don't
if
go
I'm
in
on
your
the.
room.
This would
You
be
rocked
stupid of me to
into
do on dailies.
mine.
This took me away from the dailies. This stopped me getting pushed.
Birdman, come
So
on,
why
because
would
you
I
are
do this?
gaslighting and manipulating
You guys
the
are
highest
all
I've
of
ever
you lot
seen
are doing
this
this because
morning.
I
You've
don't
been
need
in
to do
hands
anything.
down.
Finally
I've
started
spoke
doing
about
well
you. I've
again.
spoke about you once in 2 years. I don't need to do anything for you.
Can I say
Now,
something?
Angie, I'm going to make my point and go. I'm going to make my point. Please, Angie, let me speak. So, when you flew out there to holiday with her, she was a woman alone, and when you fell out with her, she was a man.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Luke. Seriously.
I'm going to
there's a
tell you what I'm
difference.
talking about on your live, yeah?
Yeah.
On your live, you went out to defend her because she was a woman alone. You said that.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, you fell out with her, she's a man.
Well, did I not already say
No,
that?
no,
This
no,
is
no,
a
no,
narrative
no, no,
spun
no,
by
no,
them.
no.
Have I not
You're
already said this?
transphobic.
Can
End
I
of
say
story.
something about that then? Yes, Birdman does see Evil Queen as a woman, right? That's proof that he went out to on holiday with her and referred to her as a woman. The only reason he's referred to her as a man is because he was affected by she agreeing that they slept together. So now
Yes.
the evidence is he does identify her as a woman, but he reacted in a bad way, and he said something he didn't mean. And that's proof then, isn't it? And can I also say you're all dragging a Birdman for what he said
Can
to
I
EQ?
just say,
That's why I
Angie,
wanted
hold
to
on
talk
2
You know what,
seconds,
Pearl,
2
what she
seconds,
did? I
Angie.
never said one
I
bad
have
word
never
about Pearl. I
mentioned
stayed out of it.
Birdman. He floated in my room this morning, and anybody
Not
who
talking about
follows
you,
me
Pearl.
knows I do not speak about Birdman.
Yeah. Can
I've
I-
got nothing
yeah,
bad
can I
to
say
say.
that?
I saw it on the FYP page,
Can I
Pearl.
just
You
quickly
cornered
finish?
Hustle. You cornered Hustle. You tried to corner Hustle, all of yous, and you tried to say, "Oh,
No,
Birdman did a hate crime."
Hustle,
I saw
by
the
the way,
FYP.
hold on,
I saw
Birdman.
it.
Birdman, right? Let
Yeah.
me explain myself there a minute then. But Russell comes into mine, as Russell, as I call him, comes into mine most times I'm live, right? So I said, oh, come in, Babby. You're from the Muslim community. What's your opinion
I'm
on
being
this?
silenced,
And
yes.
asked him from both sides.
And he said he would have probably
he
reacted worse, and then
gave-
you guys tried to change his mind on it and
No,
tried to say,
no,
oh, what
no,
about
no,
this and what about
no.
that? And then he
No,
turned around and said, you know what, I haven't
definitely
seen any
not.
of this, to be
Can I
honest.
just
said-
finish?
I said, let him see the full clip. That's what I said. Because
I
he said
just-
he couldn't have an opinion on what was happening. So I said, play the clip and let him see. Then he gave his honest opinion.
People think I'm being silenced. Can I just finish what I'm saying? Is that okay, guys? Now, this is not towards Pearl, but the thing is, now that was proof of what Luke came in and just said, right? When they went on holiday, that Birdman referred EQ as a woman. The only time he referred to her as a man is when someone has said that they slept together, okay? And that's damaging towards him and, like he said, his religion, right? 'Cause he's a Muslim man, okay? Now, everyone is dragging Birdman for what he has said. I don't agree with it, okay? I really don't. But however, no one is dragging EQ. No one's played the video of her being Islamophobic, okay, towards Birdman. Not one person has played that video apart from myself. So why is she not being dragged for what she said?
Exactly. And also, yeah, also the whole thing of me going on holiday with Evil Queen is a narrative that was spun by them. I was wanted to go on holiday anyway. There was content creators there. Evil Queen rang me and she made this whole narrative about you're coming to rescue me and this bullshit. It was a fucking narrative. It was a bullshit narrative. And when I got there, it totally
Where you
made sense
lying,
because
Paul?
before I landed, that Bradley come on live, so I couldn't even defend myself, and I didn't even know this until it was already too late. Bradley was like, "Oh, Birdman's coming to sleep with Evil Queen," and then like I've landed, and there's this whole fucking people coming at me saying all this shit that I even left within a day. I cut the whole. I didn't even get to enjoy my holiday. I didn't get to do nothing. I had to come back home, and then it's been fucking 2 years of this people slandering me, saying all this stuff, and then when Evil Queen came on and said, "Yeah, he did," I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
So you've been like pushing this.
Can I just
all
ask
this
a quick
time.
question?
Yeah.
I just to Angie's point, I just want to ask, how come creators, and I don't have an issue with no one, but how come no one did mention about the Islamophobic stuff
I don't
that
know.
she said?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm talking
Where
about
is
the
the
FYP
video?
hosts that go. I know
I
Angie
played
did, but
it.
Oh yeah.
no,
How
I know
co-
you
oh,
did,
yeah.
but I'm just asking the rest, like the Lukes and everyone. How come no one played that, or is it getting played today? Because it might be getting played today, innit? So
you
don't
know what? You know what? You're not Torian. You're
I'm
actually
saying,
so
because
right.
they don't have to. No, they don't have to. But at the same time, you can't stand on one business and not the other.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be equal.
It's a
on
question.
it
Like
all.
I don't know why you're getting at me in the comments. I'm just asking. Like, the fuck.
Very
And
valid
again, I
question from
agree.
Torian.
I agree. Yes, both sides should be played. I'm not a F page. I just come at he's Luke. You can ask him yourself, Torian. Luke, get in the box, please.
It's not even just the
Exactly.
two. It's just a general question to all FYP. But someone said that he's playing it today anyway. So
Will you stop putting Gemma in the box this morning, please? She's going to kick it all off. Stop it.
Hi, Torian.
hey, Luke.
Can I just say something? Yeah.
Oh,
I got
fuck
into
me,
this
you
box,
don't stop
right?
fucking saying anything.
Shut
Luke,
up.
your
I got
question
this
got
box,
answered, don't
right?
worry.
And I
Angie,
said,
2 minutes. Let Torian just ask Luke this question.
No,
no,
while he's
it's
putting
fine.
his
Angie,
foot
I'm
with.
going to say it's the Angie show.
No,
Let
it's
Angie
fine.
have
oh,
it.
what do you mean I haven't hardly spoken, Luke?
Fuck me, you
I
don't
know.
stop talking.
Leave Angie alone, Luke.
Guys,
Oh,
it's
wait,
fine.
oh,
Angie can
what?
Yeah, you
Oh,
will.
you'll do
Oh,
what,
my God.
This is
Birdman?
what I want to
You'll
say.
do
I want to
what?
prove
You'll
how
do
Leave her
people are
alone.
selective, right? I've gotten this box and I
Absolutely
said,
not.
this
Take your tongue out of her ass, Birdman.
Can I just say something? Yeah, I've gotten this box and I've had my say, and I said, how come the EQ videos was not played? How come that AEQ was not dragged for what she had said? Right? No one said anything in the comments. Torian's just got in the box and said the exact same thing, and everyone's gone, yes, well said, Torian. What are you talking about? I just said the same thing. This is how selective you are in the comments because you have a dislike for me. You won't even say, oh yes, we agree with you, Angie. You have to wait for someone to get in the box and then say, yes, we agree. But
don't
she's
like
come
you,
in and said the
Angie.
exact
I
same thing as
did.
what I said.
People don't
I
like you,
did.
This
Angie.
is exactly the selective outrage.
No, it
I
is
get her, I
right.
do get her point though. I get what she's saying.
No, I
But
totally get her
they
what she's
did
saying as
answer.
well.
Angie,
Yes,
they
I
said
did
that.
play the video.
And this is why I
Birdman
said
in a
Angie's
relationship.
fair
I think
because she
they're
talks
really
about.
Wait,
she
Ange,
doesn't,
they answered.
you
They
know,
said
be
Luke's
biased.
playing it today anyway. So Luke, the question was already answered. Don't worry.
Thank
Go
you
on.
very much, Torian.
Carry
I
on,
think
Ange.
I think Birdman and Angie are booyakering. That's what I believe.
Oh my God! See, there you
Look,
go.
that's
You're doing
slander
it
there.
again.
That's
believe
slander there.
That's
slander
what.
Yeah.
Well, See,
You're doing,
listen,
see,
guys,
Birdman, he's
guys,
doing it
was-
again.
there wasn't
knowing-
that's my
Okay, one
opinion.
second.
You two, a lion
second.
gets you a ride.
Pearl.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're not
A
interested.
lion gets you a ride.
Listen,
Bye.
Pearl,
Yeah.
you know when Rickster said, didn't Rickster say he slept with you and there was whole outrage towards him on the app?
Yeah.
So what was the difference? Why was there no outrage
But-
against Eva Queen for saying she slept with me then? If there was outrage towards Rickster for saying that about you?
But yes, listen, this is a total different thing. So you're
It's not a total different. How is it a
No,
total
now you're
different thing?
deflecting and going back to
How is
that.
it deflecting? There's nothing
There
going on.
wasn't an outrage because everybody was laughing and running with it. So there wasn't outrage. The only one that was an outrage was me. And it wasn't played on the F pages again. Now, come on, everybody. Luke,
I was
did
just-
you
I was
play
just
it?
asking- I'm
Did
just
Donna
genuinely
play it?
asking.
No. I dealt with that myself. I
Okay.
dealt with it.
I just wanted to know that.
Wait,
I just
how
asking.
Andy played
Understand,
it?
Birdman. Nobody played that for me. Nobody played that for me.
There's nothing for
Oh,
me to
Angie
deflect
did play
on,
it. I
to be
remember I was
honest.
in her live.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Well, thank
Luke
you.
played it
then.
as well, I'm sure. But I know Angie played it though.
Well, I know it was not played on other pages.
People told me that there was like massive outrage against Rickster.
There
for that.
wasn't. No, there wasn't.
That's what I was told. I was like, everyone
you,
went
Gemma.
mad.
Again, listening to mixy comments because nobody played that on.
But how did you feel when that was said about you, Pearl? How did you feel?
Well, I did because it wasn't true. Everybody
Yeah.
will tell you I laughed about it. I took the piss out of them, and they didn't like that. And I come back
Oh.
at them with something like about the big feet, the Wigster thing, all this. That, and the
Yeah,
other.
but Pearl, you also did say that it's not a good thing because you're a gypsy woman.
Exactly, I can have that opinion, but I did not
Yeah.
cause a big
And that's the
goings
same
on
with
over-
Birdman. His
Angie,
Yeah,
but
I'm a
I
Muslim
didn't
man.
cause
I'm a
big
Muslim
goings on
man.
over it. I didn't want nobody to speak about it. What I done, I went back at them with humour because it
That could
wasn't
actually
right.
be, you know what she
Listen,
said there could actually be
Birdman,
very dangerous for me as well. Like what she said
Listen,
there is actually
what
not even
Rick
like a normal
Birdman,
thing to
let
say.
us answer you.
Yeah.
So what I done was I went back at them with humour, took the piss out of them, right? Every single day I put videos out. When I done my lives, I kept putting the feet on, the wigs on. I went back at them with humour. And sometimes you don't have to be like to go to them depths to get back at them. And because I knew it wasn't true.
I wasn't even trying to
that's
get back
why-
or be
no,
hurtful. I was just
because I knew it
explaining the
wasn't
reason
true,
why it would never.
my Birdman.
No,
That's
okay, I get
why
that.
I wasn't
that.
that affected.
But
Do you know what
you-
I'm saying? I went back at them with you because I knew it wasn't true.
Yeah, but I didn't go back at in a hurtful way, to be honest with you. I was just basically clarifying to the guy that, look, yeah, why it would never be able to be happen in it. So that's why I said what I said was to let him know, bro, that won't ever happen because X, Y, and Z in it.
Pearl said I was sending me boys. No, that's when a certain people were going in and saying that I deserved to be slapped around. Now let's get it real. Stop taking things that it was just for that. He's never been near me. He'd never have the privilege to be near me. So because I knew it wasn't true, that's why I wasn't affected. I took the piss out of him utterly and completely, and I'd still do it again. If he said that again, I would still take the piss out of him, right? It never happened, so why should I be affected on that massive scale? Right? There you go. I'll take the piss out of anybody that says anything about me. But when he was saying he was going to slap us up, this, that, and the other, then it's a different thing. Then it's a different thing. Yodel, you were no follies and not following anybody. Piss off, whatever you call you. So I'll take the humour out of them. But what I was just saying was, and that was, so you've seen a screen recording where I've just said I didn't agree with you saying that she was a man. That was what. So was I not entitled to my opinion? Birdman.
Sorry? Say that again, sorry.
You do what I do, zone out. So I had my opinion on that. So that's what you've seen on the F page. So
No, Pearl, all it
listen,
was,
listen,
it
and
just-
you've come into me. But can I, let me please let me finish.
No, I got you. I know what you said.
You've
I
come
get-
into me,
I got
but
the
why did you
question.
never go at Bradley for saying it then?
Say Bradley for saying what, sorry?
Like when you went out to see EQ and Bradley.
Oh,
was saying
I
what
did.
was-
I've had
Oh, did you? Sorry, I
I've had
didn't
phone
know.
call conversations with Bradley. He's actually apologized to me, and he was like, "Birdman, I'm actually really sorry about all of that." Like goes, I was just in a bad
See,
place. And
that was
he
the
actually
same
I've had a
situation, my
private-
Birdman.
Yeah.
Bradley said that. EQ just laughed in a sarcastic way. And then the other night when that other man said it and EQ went, yes, I did. I would have done the same, taken humour out of it. Do you understand? Like, that's the way Like, I would have done it exactly the same. She took the humour out of it because she might have been embarrassed.
Okay, I just expected her to say no, and especially in front of a public platform, it was an opportunity that we're both were there to address the situation, because it actually had been affected me for such a long time. And you know what? I thought as a friend, that's what she would definitely have done. Like, you'd be like, you know what? That's, you know what? You gotta have
But
some
what
respect
is
for
the
Birdman.
situation?
You gotta have some respect for Birdman. You know, he's a Muslim man. He would never ever do that. Like, how dare you? But she didn't. She was like, yeah, he did. And like, she's egging it on, innit? And it's not,
So-
maybe for her it's cool, but for me, that's not cool, innit? It's really
So
damaging.
you just said you're a Muslim man. Look
Yeah.
at the culture that I'm from. When Rickster was saying that, I just
Yeah.
laughed at him, and that was the only part I had something to say. Does he realise that I could be gone from the community, done everything?
But was that the
because-
first time it was said to you? Or like, this has been something that's been said to me and been going on for 2 years, Pearl. And like, yeah, man, it's like not good, innit? It's not like it's just the first time. It's been
The
happening
way
for
I
a long.
dealt with it, I just dealt with it. I was livid Lottie's special garden, secret garden.
It's
I
something
was
that's been
livid.
going on for 2 years, and Evil
But
Queen knows that.
how I went
react to
back at it-
She's actually seen clips of me reacting exactly like this previously. So I don't know how come she decided to go on like that then, or even bring it up when she knows how to react. That's what I think it basically was more to do with the fact that I was on daily rankings, and yeah, anything else. And even like a lot of the people that have jumped on the bandwagon. and
No,
been
that's
saying
the
this,
first time
it's just
I've said
people
it
that
this
don't like
morning
me.
when you come in my live, Birdman. I haven't said that before.
No,
That's
not you. I'm just talking about everybody else also, not just you. I'm just talking to everybody that's obviously.
But people
I'm
saying I
addressing
cried when that
everyone.
was said about me. I did cry and I was mad, but how I went back at it was taking the piss out of them. That's how I went back at it.
But this has been like something going on for 2 years, not just one thing. If it was probably the first time, I probably would laugh at
Wait,
it. But this
Birdman,
is
what
something
is the
that's.
situation? Because I don't, for people that didn't. So you went on holiday to help Evil. Is it like, what is it? I don't get it.
No,
What
the
is
actual
you got a
situation was
friend?
I just went on a holiday where there were other people that I know from live stream also. It's like it was like a safe because there's other people there. Bradley was there, EQ was there, CLA was there. I don't know if she had already left though. I can't really remember now. But there was other creators there. I wanted to go on a holiday anyway, and then everyone was like, "Why don't you just go Fort Ventura? There's Evil Queens there. There's other people there. You know, somewhere rather than going somewhere on your own." And then before I got there, Evil Queen had phoned me, and she was like, "Oh, just say you're coming to rescue me, this and that, like spin a narrative from the internet." I was first like, "Nah." She goes, "Just do it. It'll be fun, you know." And I was like, "All right, whatever, and whatever." So then when we got there, before I had landed, Torian, Bradley's turned around and Birdman's coming to sleep with Evil Queen or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So as soon as I've already landed there now, people are saying like all this mad weird shit, and he's there saying this and that. And I even said to him, I even said to Evil Queen, tell him to like link up in it. Like what is this? What is he doing? Like, time to come link up in it. And he didn't want to link up. He was avoiding, just keep spinning this narrative for views. And then at the time, Evil Queen was saying, like, she was saying, like, you know what, Birdman just come out here, you know, we're friends. Is nothing like that at all, you know, like he's just another streamer. So then for her to go on after, like, I even cut it short. Like I think after a day I came back because of all that shit, all
Do
this
you not
bullshit that
think,
people were saying.
Birdman, that EQ just took it? You know how I done? Took the piss
No, because
out
she
of
knows
it
for
and
2
laughed.
years. She knows how it's been affecting me for 2 years. She knows this though. And like, you know, I was even actually upset from her because all this time she hasn't come with a platform she has and said, you know what, all these people saying these things to Birdman, it's not funny. She actually loved it. AR's fucking one of the biggest videos of AR was going on live with me and saying,
Do you not
oh, you went on
think that
holiday and
though,
slept with EQ.
like
She could have addressed
fragile
this
ego
multiple
comes
times.
into
No,
it?
she hasn't.
Do you know what I'm
Sorry?
saying? Do you not think like a fragile ego comes into it? Because when it was first said to me, yes, I cried and I went up like a little firework, right? And after I got that initial crying out and the madness out, then I went back at it with humour because I thought, the more I paint to this, people's going to think it was right. So now I'm just going to go back with humour because, again, and that's for anybody that's been blamed of anything, my thing comes down to that. It's like fragile egos. So I had to prove it wasn't by going back at it with humour.
No, it's just a whole narrative though that is spun in it. Like, fuck it out, come on.
No, I'm just saying the way I dealt with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I did. At first, yes, I went off it. I cried. I was mad. Again, thinking, oh my God, if my family is this, that, and the other. And then I just thought, fuck it, it's not true. What am I playing into this? Again, fragile ego comes into it. And I thought, the way I'm going to deal with this,
It's not a fragile ego.
went onto eBay,
It's not a
ordered a
fragile
wig,
ego.
ordered a feet, and
It's
took
not really
this
a fragile
completely
ego
back.
because if my beliefs are that obviously a man is a man and a woman is a woman, that's actually a strong. What do you mean fragile ego? That's just a strong mindset of.
It is.
Not.
That's my opinion on it.
I
Fragile
don't think
ego.
What?
Yeah,
It's not.
it is.
What? Because I believe that a man's a man and a woman's a woman.
No, but how you come back at it with you're a man.
But
She's
I didn't
a
come back
trans
at her. So
woman.
I told the guy. I said to the guy that, bro, that's a man. I didn't come at her. And neither
But
am I
even still-
transphobic. Neither am I transphobic, and obviously that proves the fact that is like
Well,
if you lot are all
to
staying away on
me,
holiday with
I'm
her,
just
then
telling you the way I feel.
why would I
Even
be
with the
around
whole
somebody
thing
who's
with
a
me,
transphobic?
the whole
Or why
thing
would
with
I
me,
even have been in the live in the first place?
the whole thing with me, even if I had fed into that and kept it going and going and going on a hate train, on a
I haven't
thing,
done
it would
I
be
didn't keep it going,
fragile
going.
ego.
You guys are keeping it going, not me. I didn't keep it
No,
going.
I never mentioned you. You floated into my live this morning and said that, and it's gone from
But I
one
was
thing
just
to another.
Pearl, I was just disappointed in you because I thought
And I
what?
was disappointed in you, Birdman.
So, Pearl, what about when you called Swearing Shepherd
Right
this
there, you go.
orangutan? So did I say anything to you?
Yes.
Did I say
yes,
anything to you?
did. Yes,
No, I
you
didn't.
did. Yes,
What do
you
you mean?
did.
No, I
Yes, you
didn't.
did. When all the talks was going on,
I did- was
you
no one
was
to- I
saying
don't
it
get
was
involved in
wrong,
these things.
and they took it the wrong. And by the way,
What do you mean I did? See, you're lying right now, Paul.
I dealt with that.
You're
I
actually
got
a liar.
done for being greatly offensive. I ordered my hands up straight away, pleaded. Yes, I greatly offended her.
twice.
I greatly No, second time I was talking to my grandchild in the box, and after that I asked our blessed Lord God to take it from my mouth, and I've never used it since.
Yeah, but listen.
So
never
listen,
mind about that. But
listen.
did I
You're
mention it to
deflecting
you,
from the
though?
situation
I'm not
back to me
deflecting, we're
again.
just talk-
Let me tell you
We're
something.
not
You're
deflecting because
deflecting
listen,
back to
I'm
me.
not deflecting,
I
Pearl,
was.
because
I owned
you
up.
or
I
nobody
was.
here
Listen.
controls me
This
or
is the
can do
point.
anything to
this
me.
is
So
the
what?
point
Who am I
I'm trying to
deflecting
tell
from?
you. This is the point.
No, Pearl,
Birdman, let me
forget about
speak.
everyone. I'm having a
This is
conversation
the
with you.
point where fragile egos come into
Pearl,
it. Right.
like you're trying to.
I went
You're not
to
in a
court,
court.
held
I'm
my
not trying to
hands
win the
up,
audience
and
here. I'm trying to talk
pleaded
to you on a
guilty.
level.
Pleaded.
Just talking to you. Forget everybody else.
Birdman, you're not letting me speak because you know I'm right. Right?
I don't know. What do you mean? You know, right?
went-
You're not having a conversation with me. You're
I
talking at
went.
me.
I'm trying to explain myself to you. I understood that time. I was very, very offensive.
You're missing
to
the whole
her.
point. You don't
so
need to explain
I
anything.
didn't even argue the point.
But see,
I
you're
went
explaining
in.
to the people watching. But I
Yes,
don't,
why
said,
I'd used
you're
it
missing
all
it.
my
I'm saying when you said
life.
what you said to Swearing
Oh,
Shepherd is.
you talk,
did I,
Birdman,
did I
and
say
I'll
have a
listen
did
to
I
you.
come at you?
You
Or did
talk
I
and
say
I'll
anything?
listen to you.
No, I stayed out of it. You know what I mean?
No,
And this
go
is
on,
what
you
I
talk
don't
and
like
I'll
about
listen to
people
you.
on the internet. You know what happens, yeah? Because your own lives are so disinteresting, you have to talk about other people and their lives, which is
Woohoo, my EQ. Big up, me, baby.
yeah, so that's what you have to do. You have to talk about other people and stuff. And that's why I said what you guys are doing here is ruining TikTok. And you are Pearl. People like you. and these
Me?
other
So
FYP
what about
pages.
Angie? Is
Yeah,
Angie ruining TikTok?
listen,
But
whoever does
Angie
these,
won't be ruining
whoever does these
TikTok because her
FYP
community got you up the
pages,
leaderboard exactly where we've come back to, right to the
Listen,
fucking start.
listen.
Angie's community got you up that leaderboard, so you never in a lifetime going to say Angie's ruined TikTok. We all have to take accountability for that. We
FYP
can all be
pages
Kens.
are
We
ruining
can all be
TikTok.
vile and all
And-
say things.
No,
Don't
no,
you
no.
dare say
FYP
I am
pages are
ruining
ruining
TikTok.
TikTok. You sit there, all
Get
you do is
out.
talk about-
Get out, Birdman. You're getting on my nerves. Out. If I'm ruining TikTok, so's Angie. And Angie, sorry, I know you're in the box, but we all have to take accountability for it. We all can. We all say things, and we all take an accountability then. If one's ruining TikTok, we all ruining it. Do you agree or not, Angie?
I think that it's just the FYP. I think the drama pages, but however, we are on drama talk.
Exactly.
But I
It
just
says
think
what it
a
does
lot of
on the
people
tin.
ruined it, as in it's going back, back and forth with people putting boxes in, and it's going to, one
I'll always
person's
have
being
my
dragged
boxes
on
on.
the
I'm
air.
always going to give people the opinions, and it's not all thing. If somebody's got an opinion on you, it's not hate, because nobody sees the part that they go back to them all the time. So if I want to open my boxes and people have their say on things, they can have the say. The same as the AB one. If mine comes in and has a say on him, I don't stop them. That's their
You know what,
opinion.
people, you know what I'm sick of, you know what I hate when people keep saying you're deflecting. I just feel people will say you're deflecting when it suits them. But yeah, how many times have people deflected back onto me, you know, like Luke the judge? But Angie, you did this, Angie, you did
And
that. But
so
then you're deflecting it back to me. So
we all taken part in this vicious little circle that's going around, just like he deflected back to me for what I said.
But no, what I'm trying to say.
Listen, hold on,
I
Angie.
do
Let me
understand-
talk.
I
Let me
understand
talk.
why
1
he's
minute. I get it
deflecting
out.
them.
Let me talk 1 minute. I get it out. So he deflected back to me there about the court thing, right? So everybody who follows me on this app knows I use that word. Knows I used it all the time. They've watched it on videos. I called my grandkids it, right? So then when I called it to the wrong person, which I never even thought of it being anything bad, right? At first, I said, but I've used it all my life. I couldn't get it through my head why it was so wrong. Then, when I finally got through to my brain, it was wrong, and I went to court over it. I said, yes, I did call her that. I am so sorry. I've said sorry. I will be sorry to the end of my days, making her feel the way she felt. I was charged with being greatly offensive. In a court of law, if they thought that was down and out racism, it would have been on my chart. Racism. Do not tell me nobody's ever been charged with down and out racism. I have took accountability. I have never said it since because I knew it was wrong. That's what I'm trying to say to you, but everybody goes back to that.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop, I don't think, because people do it
it's
to
not
me
going
as
to
well.
stop, and now it's absolutely fine.
People
I know
deflect it
I'm
onto
not.
me as well.
I know I'm not. So when they come in, my thing back to them, when they say, Pearl, you're racist, I said, so's your mother, so's your father.
You know what?
Yeah,
But when people keep saying you're deflecting, I understand why people do deflect, because I just feel you cannot, not you personally, Pearl, but people cannot call out behaviour if they've done that the same thing themselves, or if they've got a friend that's done that themselves. Why are you, not you, Pearl, but why is that person calling shit out when their friend's done the exact same thing? They've not even spoken about. Like, Luke was talking about Corey doxing, right? And the fact that CA is sitting with Corey every day and he's a doxer. But however, when he was doxing, Luke was his friend, sitting with him. Luke also sits with AB.
And
that
so were
doxes.
you, Angie. So were you.
Yeah, but he was doxing my address. I just feel that I'm the only
and he's
one that's
done
allowed
it
to
on
forgive
your
him.
platform, and he's done it in front of you
Yes,
again.
I know that, but I'm the only one
and
that's
you
allowed
still
to.
let him in now.
Yes, but I'm the only one that's allowed to forgive him, because it was him that it was me who was doxing. Do you get what I'm saying? But you got Luke the judge sitting yesterday saying about AB, not AB, sorry, Corey doxing and sitting with CA. But yeah, he was his friend at the time. He was doxing everyone, and I used to say, why doesn't Luke speak about Corey and him doxing? But he never did. The same with AB. He sits with AB. He's also doxed. So that's where the hypocrisy comes in. And I am going to say, and I'm going to use that word deflecting. People do deflect. No, what I'm going to say is I can understand why people do
we all
deflect,
guilty
because
of that.
no one has
Each
a right.
and every one of us.
No one has a right to call anything out if you have not called out your friend, if you've done that same shit. Why are you calling that out?
Let me answer you back there then, right? So I do listen to you, and I've been in your box when you've said it, right? You say, how can we sit with EQ after the things that we said? So haven't we got a right to forgive EQ and move on? But nobody lets us move on. They always say, you're as bad. You've sat there and sat with somebody who said the worst of the worst of the worst, right? Because we the only ones then that can choose to forgive EQ and move on. So what's the difference with us, Angie?
It's the
and I'm
same
not getting
thing,
at
though,
you
is it? Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's that where you're calling out other people's behaviour when people are now going to say, but EQ's done
I never called anything out.
No, I'm not talking about you,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
I'm just talking about people in general. Like, we're then calling out other people's behaviour about talking on children, for example, but why sat with EQ that said the same. But people are going to call it out, so I do get it. People are going to say, I hate this word deflection. I hate it now. People are going to deflect because it's normal to deflect. If you are calling out someone's behaviour and you've done the exact same thing, or your friend's done the exact same thing, you have no right calling it out.
The same way. So wait there, somebody's put, but why can't Zach be forgiven the same way? Right. So on multiple occasions, Zach's had phone calls with people behind the scenes. We've gone into lives with Zach. We've moved on. And then who has fetched it back up? but Zach. That's my opinion on that question there. So don't even start that about Zach. Zach's the one that has started the last couple of weeks going back at people when we all squashed it. We all put it to bed because we were all thinking about his mental health. And then Zach is the one that's fetched it back up again. Right? And yes, they're saying Red was in his comments, but he's playing videos for weeks and saying, yes, even about me, but it was okay when they got family members, it was okay this. We all choose to put it to bed and move on. But now, for the last couple of weeks, Zach has been bringing it back up again. I've never went back at Zach. I went in the other day and he wouldn't allow us because somebody was in the box because they were going in and digging at people and I wanted to go in and like give another side to it, but I wasn't allowed because a certain person was in his box. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, we all guilty of it. We all guilty of the same thing. Oh,
I mean, it's just like, oh no.
I haven't got a problem with anybody fucking doxing. I'm not the one that goes on about it. Angie does. Yes, Dan does it. So what? It's not coming out of my mouth. When me and Angie was going at each other, I put the 2 little perfume bottles up, right? Again, a number she hasn't got no more. I put it up, went in and apologised to Angie. She chose to move on with me. So fucking what? I
Yeah,
don't
you
go
haven't
on about
called it out.
doxing.
Yeah.
I don't care who doxes and who doesn't. It doesn't affect me. So stop putting it in there. Whatever Dan does is down to Dan. It's not me.
Yeah. But you know what? I hate this word deflection. You know, I think people have a right to use the word deflection. If you're talking, as people do all the time, they deflect back to me when it suits them, right? And when
Exactly.
when I say about something, they say that I'm deflecting. You know, and I'm sick of it
Hello.
because
Hi, Babs.
oh,
This has
hello,
been
Ethan.
hilarious. We'll have all the popcorn.
We will. We will.
But Birdman has definitely got a fragile ego. That's what I was sensing. I can't believe he's still going on about it. Oh, God. What a fragile man.
It's just now this is just what I've just said. Fragile ego comes into it because if I had kept being affected when anything on this app, people go at me and everybody sees what I do, I go back at it with humour. Even with you, EQ. Look at the videos that where I've dressed up as you and using your voice. I go back at things with humour.
Well,
know-
I'm not going to lie for him anymore. We did actually sleep together. And yeah, I'm not having him being transphobic towards me when he's actually bonky bonked me, love. So it's all coming out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do you see what I mean, though? She's doing it again to get a reaction. So when it comes back at you, EQ, now, I don't think anyone should be transphobic, but however, you know that he was transphobic, let's face it, he was. But you know he's going to come back at you and he might be transphobic again. But so why would you have said that?
Oh, well, this turned out nice again. For fuck's sake.
Hey, it's me. Why don't you shut up? Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You can answer the comments back. You answer the comments back, Angie. Woohoo. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, listen, it is wrong because he's a Muslim. Do you know what I mean? And
Listen, I'm not getting in other people's arguments. I speak for myself, what comes out of my mouth. But if I choose to forgive anybody, I move on. It's done. It's dusted. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not my thing to go for anybody else. That's between now, Birdman and EQ. That's between them. Like me and Angie said the worst of the worst about each other, but we chose to forgive each other and move on. And we are allowed to, as adults, move on. And where it comes, Angie, mixy with everybody is when it gets in the comments. It's very mixy. Right? And that's what we've always said. From now on, we're not going to listen to comments. If we live, we'll say, go and tell Angie I want her, and we'll speak about it like adults, and that's the way to stop it. But if two people has got a direct problem with each other, then they have to sort it. Pearl's two-faced. So's your mother. Get out.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of it comes from the comments. The comments say this, the comments say that. If them two people want to put things to bed or want to speak about it or never speak again, just ignore what's being said.
Can I ask you a question, Pelt?
Yeah?
What about with Miss Red, right?
Yeah.
When she got very upset and her daughter came on right?
Uh-huh.
And which I played that video and I didn't see that Zach had mocked her. He said something like maybe she hasn't gone through DV because she questioned his mental health. You see,
So that's why Katana come on and explained, because
but-
he was saying she hadn't gone through it.
no.
Katana come-
But Pearl, what she said to him is that she doesn't believe his mental health, that he's a manipulator and he's using his mental health. So he came back at her and said, well, maybe you're lying about your DV then. So it was like tit for tat. Do you get what I'm saying? So
But it
when
had
she was
gone on
really
for a few
upset,
weeks before.
yeah, when she was really upset and that the daughter came on and I kind of felt like that she wanted to make Zach look as bad as possible because you got to remember, if we're talking about EQ put her in hospital.
Can we share the
bed.
live to Miss Red, please? Because I
Yeah.
can't answer for her.
EQ put her in hospital bed all bruised. Was she not upset when she had done that? Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I get it, but I can't answer for that. So can we share the live to Miss Red, please? And you can ask her that question directly.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Donna.
Hello, everybody. Go on. What's? Go on.
Oh, do you want to repeat it, Pearl, or me?
No, you've just asked that question. Go on.
She's on a hate campaign for me today.
No, I'm not. It's
on
just
both
I'm
of
just
us.
interested
Yeah,
to
both of us.
and you.
Zach's dirty work. She is. Go on, Angie.
No. So my question is right. So I watched the video.
Comment.
Yeah, I watched the video of questioning Zach's mental health, and you said to Zach, he's a
Current
manipulator.
client.
He's a manipulator and using his mental health, right? And he came back at you and said, "Well, maybe you're lying about your DV." And then you got very upset about it. You were crying on
did,
TikTok.
yes, I did get
The
upset.
impression I got, I felt like you were manipulating your viewers. I'm not going to lie.
No,
I felt
that
like
was
you
not
wanted to
me.
make. Well, let me finish. I felt like you wanted to make Zach look as bad as possible because, your daughter came on and everything, and he wasn't.
One
mocking
second,
your
Angie, 1 second. And mods, I want nobody muted and nobody dropped from the boxes because you will be demodded.
Yeah.
Leave them speak it
I
out.
didn't see Zach mocking your mental health. Your DV. He just came back at you because you did start that. So
I didn't start it, Angie. If you go onto the breaking news page, the full 50-minute live is there, right? Obviously, people are blind to the full 50-minute live. He was actually talking about how me and Luke don't, this is what he was saying, how we don't call out stuff because we're up people's bundas. Bearing in mind, he was the one sat there months and months ago saying, oh, it's just Queenie being Queenie. Therefore, I said pot kettle black to what he was saying, right? Because it sounded very hypocritical.
That's right,
That's
Miss
what
Red.
started it. Now play the full 50-minute video, guys. That's what started it because he was being a hypocrite because he is. Current climate.
did he mention your TV then, Miss Red, and that
Sorry?
50-minute clip?
No, we mentioned the Facebook
Exactly.
post about
This is my
racism
point to you, Miss
and-
Red. He never mentioned your TV. So what
No, listen,
caused you to get so
Angie.
upset?
Open the ears, darling. I don't know if you've given them a clean today. You probably haven't all changed.
Right.
your
Okay. Well, this is just my
brushed your
opinion. You
teeth.
don't need to be
Listen,
nasty.
Angie, he brought up the Facebook post, right? He brought up the Facebook post. Then I jumped into his box, Delusive Angie, and that's when I had it out with him. He started it first, being the hypocrite that he
He
is.
started it, Delusion.
Yes, that's right, evil queen.
Okay. So what did he say about your DV then that got you so upset?
Well, you know what he said about my DV?
No,
He said-
I don't.
Yes, you do. Yes,
What?
you do, because you've mentioned my DV as well, Delusive Angie.
I have, yes. But what has he
you have.
said?
Well, that's not very kind, is it?
Yeah, but I'm asking you a question. You can't answer. What did he say
I've
about your
just
DV that got
answered.
you so upset?
I've just answered.
You said he-
He's just answered you.
No, you haven't answered. You said he's
Yeah.
been having digs at you.
Trying to
You,
trick me,
You're
No,
evil
trying
queen.
to gaslight her.
you said
Yes,
he's
that's
been
right.
having digs at you, right? He says
Yes,
he
I
mentioned
have.
you. He mentioned your Facebook, but what has he mentioned about your DV? That got
He
you
just
upset.
told you.
Yes, I've just said.
Say
He
it
brought
again,
up the
please.
Facebook.
No, she's not a parrot.
See, there
I
you go.
brought up his
You
mental
can't answer
health.
that.
He brought my DV up, and it just so happens that my daughter was sat next to me while I was in his life.
You keep saying he brought it up. What did he say though?
Watch the video.
Why don't you just tell us?
Watch the
You know
video,
what
Lazy
was
Cat.
said? Watch the video.
Exactly.
Watch the
So you're deflecting. This is how I see
I'm
it.
not
Try to make
deflecting.
Zach look
You're
as
the deflector.
bad as possible. That's
You're
what he
the
tried to do
deflector.
by crying and then putting your daughter
They're trying
on
to
TikTok.
break you again, Miss Red. Ignore
That's
her.
what they're trying to do.
No, that's what you
Exactly.
did because you
No.
can't answer a simple
Get out
question.
of here,
The
Delusion.
simple question, Miss Red, is what did he say about your DV?
He did say, well, how do we know my DV isn't true?
Well, that's
When it-
exactly what I'm talking about, but you're making out that's not how it started. It was something else. And that's exactly, I've seen that
that's how
video.
it
He did not,
started.
he said that after you mentioned his mental health.
But what started that whole thing of me getting in the box, Delusive Angie?
Well, he was digging at you, you said, right?
Angie, people
Yes.
saying it's two
Yeah,
one to
but
one. Are
you're
you
talking
okay in
about
this
digging.
box?
Miss Red, you're not,
Angie?
you're not listening.
I'll be quiet, Pearl.
You're not listening, right? Yes, he might have been
listening.
digging at you, but you got upset about your DV. You said he mocked your DV. He did not mock your DV. He questioned you. He said maybe you're lying about your DV because you mentioned his mental health.
Yeah.
So it was
So-
tit
so
for
I'm
tat.
not-
So you got so upset, right? And another thing, you
did.
got so
I
upset
did
putting
get
your daughter
upset.
on
I
live.
did. You
But
know
were you
why,
not upset when
Angie?
EQ put
know
you in a
why I
hospital
got
bed or
upset?
bruised?
Because I've never lied about my DV. It's the
Yeah.
gospel truth.
Okay. Were you not upset, Miss Red, when Miss EQ put you in a hospital bed all bruised?
Well, you was because you weren't $5,000 off it, and then a couple of days later.
No, I'm not. Of your AI, no, I did not.
No, off your AI, you did. You come on crying, if you remember, restarting your live, coming on and off. I'm so upset. Earned £5,000. Then you made friends, and then it weren't a problem.
But you're deflecting onto me because
No,
we're
I'm
not talking about me.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I
We're not
never
talking
find
about
No
me.
one was
though, are
talking
we?
about me, but you've
I
started
never
today.
fired up my live and earned $5,000 off the back of
Well,
that video.
listen. First of all, I didn't
ignored it.
earn 5K. That was a friend that sent me the majority of those gifts. Okay, and second of all, you're now
Done off the
turning
back
it back
of
on
Come
to
on,
me. And this has
pretended
nothing
to
to
be
do with me.
upset. You pretended to be upset, earned loads of money, played victim.
But I didn't. I
and
came
then
on
you
and said I wasn't
okay.
going to talk on it. I said I carried on doing my FYP.
Okay, Angie, of course you did.
But the thing is, you can't answer the question. That's why you deflected
What?
back onto
I've
me.
just
And the
answered
question
the
is,
question.
why are
What
you so
are you
upset about
talking about,
what
woman?
Zach said? What Zach, all Zach said is that he questioned he didn't believe your DV because of what you said about his mental health. That
Yeah,
got him
and
so
I-
upset,
and I
so
just
upset.
told
But
you to do
my
it.
question
He's
is,
never
EQ.
apologised for it. He
But
continues to do
however-
it. The answer
However,
is
Miss Red,
simple, though.
EQ did not upset you, where she put you in a hospital bed all bruised. So I feel you used your DV against
No,
The
I
you.
didn't.
Yes,
answer
you
is
did. You
simple,
used your
Delusive.
DV
He's not
to make Zach look as
apologised. He
bad as
continues
possible.
to do
No, I
it.
didn't, Delusive Angie. No, I did not.
Yeah, you
I've
did.
never come on this platform and profited, monetized off any of my trauma.
Thank
Never.
you, everybody.
Never have I.
Yes, you have.
You
No, I
have.
have not.
Yes,
no,
you
I
have,
have
Tana.
not.
Yes, you have.
Well, you haven't. No.
Bring
have you,
someone
Miss
else
Red?
up to defend Angie so I can still talk.
Yeah, Linz, do you want to jump in the box?
Yeah, is that my Lindsay? Yeah,
Yeah.
put Lindsay in.
Linz,
Okay.
request the box, please.
No, I haven't, Laura. Is there
Yes, you
evidence that
have.
I've actually gained? When EQ done the AI, I said I'm not going to talk about it. I said I'm going to carry on doing the FYP. I got a bit upset during the day because everyone was talking about it in the comments. That is what I said. Guess
You
what?
said you got
None
upset
of
for
you
the gifts,
gifted
though,
me.
'cause you were
My
getting
friend,
gifts.
the person that got me on that board was my friend that I speak to off TikTok.
She said the
okay?
next day that Pearl and everybody, because it's everyone in the conversation, I assume. She said the next day she was getting upset because people were gifting her and supporting her. So that's what she was upset about, not about anything to do with it. So she
Yes,
made money
because
off it.
it was quite a trick video you put out there, EQ.
Oh, so you was triggered
You know,
now.
it was. Listen,
Oh,
was
you're
I
changing the
triggered?
story.
Was I
Is there
triggered?
anybody
Yes,
wants
I
to come
was.
up for Angie, please?
You're not even
put in the
listening.
comments
I
so
was
the mods
triggered by
can
that
see.
video. Yes, I was, but I didn't want to show everyone that I was triggered. I wasn't as
Oh,
triggered as
so
a
you
lot of
was
other
triggered
people,
for
and I'll
that.
But
say
you
that out
still
here
had me
now.
as a friend multiple times since,
you're not
and everything. You
listening.
hypocrite.
You're not. Yeah, but the thing is, Miss Red is crying about
You
what
can't
Zach
Zeno,
said,
pull
and not
Miss
what
Red
you
up for
said.
what you
you.
do. You can't pull Miss Red up for what you've done yourself. You know what I mean?
I
You'd be a
haven't done
hypocrite.
anything myself.
You have. You've been friends with me multiple times.
But
You've gifted me
yes,
since. You've had me in your box. You've
I'm not.
called
But
me a
I'm
friend.
not. We're not talking
You've said
about
love
that, though,
you and
EQ.
everything on your lives to
But
me
EQ, we're
multiple
not talking
times.
about that. I don't understand
Well,
how
we're
Miss
not
Red.
talking about man and Miss Red's
You won't
argument.
let me
We're talking
speak.
about
Start trying
Zach
to
and Miss
silence
Red's.
me. You're
One
trying to
minute,
Talking
silence
about
me.
everybody.
Zach and Miss
I don't
Red's
understand how
argument.
Miss Red is upset over what Zach had said, which is minor compared to what you put out, her being in a hospital bed all
So,
bruised.
And he
Angie, 1 minute. Do
continues
you
to
know
do.
this
Why did she
person
cry
who's in the
about
box,
that?
Angie?
There you go,
Angie, do you
because-
know this person who's in the box?
No, I don't.
But it's not about
Right.
Miss Red and
It's
me, like you've just said. It's not about you and me.
Right, somebody come up for Angie, please. Put
How
in the
does she not
comments.
see though how hypocritical she is, Pearl, when she
I haven't
says
been- I'm not
every
talking about-
every time you're pulled up on something that you're being a hypocrite about, you go, but we're not talking about me, but we're not talking about man and Miss Red's arguments, we're talking about the current climate and Zach
Yes,
doing that to
and
her.
like, oh god.
You want me in here? or not?
Ziana. Oh, there, yeah. Go on, you're here for
Can you
Angie.
put?
Go on.
Hi, Ziana.
Or not?
Hi, Ziana.
Hello, Pearl. Do you want me in, Andrew, or not?
Well, it's fine. If she purple, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's because it's not fair. This. Go on, carry on. Sorry, go on. What was you saying?
Well, this turned out nice again.
It did.
Miss Red, you were obviously upset
just
about both instances, but one of the people has apologised and never done anything since, and the other one actively continues to do so. So you can be upset about two things. Two things can still be correct.
I'm not allowed to be upset, EQ. I'm not allowed to be upset after 2 years of continuous.
Yeah, but it was about the Zach
It's
situation.
It's continued behaviour. So I don't continue, and
Can
I
we
haven't
put some
done since.
lens in, please?
I have
Well, do you think
apologised to
that's a
Miss
good
Red.
idea, Angie, with her being the way she is?
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's got Zach going for it consistently every day. So if one person's apologised and never done it since,
Sorry,
how are
Reg,
you
I
not
have a
allowing Miss Red
question.
to be upset?
If your daughter doesn't want you being friends with EQ and she's
Oh,
not happy
you
about it,
get
why
out! Is that hungry man? Get him blocked
We're
out.
sticking up from the other day in Angie's.
I'm not being horrible. I know he's Angie's friend. I don't like him. Out. Ziana, you can chip in any time you want me, baby.
I don't really know what's happened. I've only just come into the live literally 2 seconds ago.
Right. Is there somebody from Angie's side who wants to come up and speak and help Angie, please, here? Because I don't want it to be one-sided. Obviously, Ziana doesn't know.
And make sure to all follow my account here, my love.
Yes, everybody follow everybody up, please.
Can we get someone that's going to support me in, Jim?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, Nikki knows what's going on.
Jem,
She's come on.
you going to cause riots. Out. Stop putting fucking Gemma in the box.
Out, you clout chaser.
Right, here, who's that delusive?
Nikki, here's Nikki, yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Can we
No,
take...
Okay.
We need Luke the judge up. She's got more people now.
Yeah, she's got 3. We've only got
No,
2.
yeah, I'm chucking this in out. No, out. So there we go. 2, Angie. Oh.
Yeah, let me drop so then it's even. Bye, I'll leave you
Bye,
to it.
Babby. Thank you for my presents. There we go. Right. Oh, fuck.
Shut up, the watcher.
Right. So, where are we going from? Smiles for the box. Yes, Smiles, get up in the box if you want to get in the box.
No, it's not Christmas yet, Smiles.
I'll leave Smiles alone. There's no need for that.
Shut up, you. I'm not speaking
Don't
to
tell
you.
me
I'm
to
speaking
shut
to
up, Miss
Smiles.
Red. I'm like, there's no need to go in on Smiles. She's only a watcher at
Well,
the
she
end of
wants
the
in
day.
on the action.
Not a watcher, she's a mouthpiece for Angie.
Well, people can say that about you, Luke, but you...
I admit it. I am a mouthpiece for Miss Red. And what?
That's right. There you go. You
I'm
see.
not sitting here lying about who I am. I am a
Stop having to
mouthpiece.
go at Smiles.
Hello, delusive Angie. Angie, I just want to ask you. So, okay,
This
we're on
ain't about me. This is about
No,
Zach
no,
and
no.
Miss Red.
Oh, exactly, but you brought EQ into it.
Because I don't understand why she wasn't upset with it. She's more upset about what Zach has said and not EQ said.
She has been for a year and a half very upset with what EQ said. Are you forgetting the backwards and forwards for a year? Are you forgetting the screaming, the shouting, the vile thing said? Are you forgetting about that? Like, is that all gone to shit? Like, you just...
No, but I don't understand why she's so upset by what
selective
Zach has said.
Luke is so embarrassing.
selective.
You've
I
got,
thought she- I think
you've got
you
an
brought
orange
your
heart
daughter
in your
in,
name,
you knew
love.
what you were
Change your
doing.
knickers. Sorry, what was that, Angie?
I just
Heavily
know that.
selective.
I just knew that Miss Red knew what she was doing when she brought a daughter
No,
on.
no,
into it.
Angie.
No, that's not fair to say.
That is not true,
No,
Angie.
it
You've got to
does- it
remember,
does look
right?
like that.
Nikki, I'm speaking. You got to remember, my daughter was sat next to me while I went in Zach's box. So that's what started the whole thing off with my daughter. My daughter was ready to fire up a live. I didn't want her to do that. So hence me coming live, and she wanted to put her say out there. The fact that we have been through DV, right? And we're not lying about it. And my daughter's entitled to do that. She's
Zach
she's
can come in. If he wants to come in, he can come in. He's been
Yes.
spoke about.
Yes, that's right.
If you want to share the live to Zach, of course you can come in. Sorry, button in there.
Miss Red, can I ask you a question? Why didn't you play the EQ video?
I weren't very well, Angie. First of all, I just come on for 40 minutes just to say hello to everybody. I weren't doing an FYP show. I wasn't even aware of it at that point. But when I'm back, I will cover it. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
But I think, Miss Red, that's why people were saying it was deflection.
No.
So
I'm gonna hang on, Nikki, right? So I'm gonna come on TikTok, out my personal life, give people more ammunition just to cover for Evil Queen. Is that what you're saying?
That's what people were saying, yes.
Well, this just goes to show that people lick batteries, because why would I do that? Why would I air my dirty laundry just to get somebody out of trouble? Doesn't make sense, does it?
I don't know. I don't think, like they were saying, that when your daughter and you come on the second time when you were crying, but that when you first jumped in the box with Zach, people were saying you did that part of it for deflection, not the second half part where you and your daughter were online.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what it was. I did it all for deflection. Me and EQ had a phone call, and Luke, and we thought, how can we get EQ out of this situation? I know, we're going to come on. I'm going to say I'm sick. I haven't, I've got a cold and whatnot. And then I'm going to come on in the afternoon and air my dirty laundry. That's exactly what we did.
We're not cam-toing anybody. If anybody wants to come across, they can. We ain't cam-toing anybody.
Yes, there you go, you see. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I don't know why Delusive's trying to spin a narrative that I've been Islamophobic in any way. I can explain the video right here, right now. Play the entire video. I was speaking about Birdman trying to oppress me with his Muslim beliefs. And I'd said, you can shove your hijab up your arse. I didn't aim it at anybody. I'm saying I will not be oppressed. I'm not governed or run by any Muslim state. So bugger off, basically. So no one's being Islamophobic. She's just twisting it. But that's my final say. Goodbye.
But Birdman doesn't wear a hijab. And I think Birdman and EQ are as bad as each other.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. So when you make a hijab comment, you're targeting out the full Islamic community, not Birdman. Birdman doesn't wear.
But that could be the same said about transphobia, then, can't it? When you're calling
I said that also.
I said that at the time.
And both were wrong. Top Girl, both were wrong. Both, in my opinion, both were wrong.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when you're talking about the hijab, you're targeting the full Muslim community. Like I said about the trans community, when you make a comment about the trans community, you're not targeting just EQ.
You must be deaf. I don't really understand how deaf you all are. So he's trying to oppress me like one of his Muslim women. I will not be oppressed. I will not wear his hijab. So it's metaphorically speaking, because it's about me. Because a man is trying to oppress me with his religious beliefs. I will not allow a man to try and oppress me with his Muslim beliefs as a British-born woman, Church of England. If you don't want to hear me explanation, love, you can have your say all through the day and Delusive's live and everything. I will not allow anybody to metaphorically place a hijab on my head as a Muslim male.
did not say
End
that.
of story. So if you want to say I'm targeting people, say it. Blah, blah, blah.
Again, you're chatting shit.
Both of them were in the wrong.
100%. And like I said about Birdman, he was fucking wrong. He was transphobic. They both are minority, yet they're fucking coming against each other. Let's not fucking deflect when you're talking about one thing. Let's not deflect to the other. Well, that person's done that. This is why we're at this fucking stage, because everyone goes tit for tat. You go for each other.
And this was my whole point. When somebody goes low, the other goes lower. So we all take a part in that.
I agree. I can nod my hands up and say I agree with that.
I'm going.
Bye, baby. So, but yeah, I know Zach was cam-toing and he said to cam-to, and we're not cam-toing anybody. If somebody wants to come over and speak like adults, they can. Nobody's blocked out the live, they can. The only one I kept kicking out because it'll make the situation worse is Gems.
Can I ask you a question, Miss Red?
Oh God, here we go.
No, it's not to have a go, and I'm not having a dig. I honestly just want to know the answer. So, you know, when your daughter came on the other day, was it yesterday, right? And she said that she thought EQ was, she said that EQ is disgusting for what she'd done with the AI. And she said, but, this is my mother here, so obviously she's going to support you because, your decision is still to be friends with EQ.
Right, because TikTok's my job. Yeah, go on.
And so my question is, do you feel that you're friends of EQ? Do you not think you should be supporting your daughter at the fact that, the AI that she did not be friends of EQ? And that's not having a go, I'm just a question.
No, and I'm going to answer you now. My family are always my priority. My family are the reason I get out of bed in the morning, right? Everything I do is for my family. And if I choose to put a horrific TikTok beef to bed so I can get on with my day, so my mental health is a lot better, so the communities aren't at war. You've got to remember, this is my income, this is my job. I am going to choose that all the time. Right?
I'm gonna deflect this question back onto you, Angie.
No, can I finish my question?
Leave it between Angie and Mr. to sort out.
You've had your question.
I just want one more
right?
question.
No, you've had your question.
There's a difference.
No, Angie, you've had your question, right?
Let me ask Angie.
I know what she's
One minute,
trying-
everybody.
I know
One
exactly
minute.
what she's
One
trying
minute.
to do. I know
Luke,
exactly
one minute.
what-
1 minute, Luke.
Yeah, but
Right,
let-
the only
let him-
ones allowed back up
Angie
is
sort it.
Luke, Zach, and EQ if they're coming up, because it's all to do with them. Or even Birdman, if he wants to come up, he can come up, right? But barring from that, don't put anybody else in the boxes, please. Thank you.
So my question was so misread, but yet I can understand you putting it to bed with EQ. And listen, I've been friends with EQ, and I hold my hands up to that. But however, you do go out for dinner with her, and you speak to her off TikTok, and you're friends with her.
Who do I go out for dinner with?
Did you? Okay. You didn't go out for dinner at the boxing?
Oh my God!
I never went to the boxer, no.
Oh right, sorry, I apologise. But however, you are friends with her. You do speak to her off TikTok, so you haven't just decided to be civil with her. You're friends with her, and that's probably what people can't understand.
Angie, can I ask you a question?
Shut up, Luke.
Right, Angie. So, you obviously with your controversial character on TikTok.
Yeah,
right?
you were gonna go though, weren't you, to the boxing and go for dinner with her?
I was going to go to the boxing, and she was also invited, so I was going to be there with everybody. So you do what you do on TikTok. You're a very controversial person, as am I. Okay. Now, why do you do what you do, knowing that people may potentially turn up at your house while your elderly mother's there?
I don't. I have opinions. If
No,
you don't
that's
like
fine.
it, I'm not
You
going to
can't
say
say
that.
that.
It's completely different.
Hang on, Nick. Let them talk, Nick. Sorry, Nick.
It's completely different.
Nick, it's between me and Angie. Your opinions still leave your house and your elderly mother open to targets because of your TikTok.
Miss Red, it's completely different me having an opinion, because I won't be silenced, and that's trying to silence my opinion by threatening me, right? And they are cowards, because obviously I'm 50, my mum's elderly, so that's a coward that makes those kind of threats.
Okay, Angie,
over
so
my
I'm going to
opinions.
jump.
But this
Angie,
is
Angie, I'm going to jump in
about
now.
your
Between Red
daughter.
and Luke.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm
Red
not
and
jumping
Angie.
now.
We're
Right,
talking
I'm
about
gonna
your
jump
daughter
in
that
now.
said. One sec. We're talking about your daughter that said
This is
that she is
fucking madness.
disgusted over EQ's AI of her grandchild,
Fuck
and
me.
and she has respected your decision to still be friends with her, not just to be civil with her, but to be friends with her.
Do be civil, Angie. Do be
Yeah,
civil.
but you are friends with her because you allow her in the box.
And
yeah,
and
talk to
you know
TikTok.
what? I am quite happy to be civil. I prefer things the way they are, rather than us going at each other, calling each other the worst. I prefer things like this.
Right. So you decided not to support your daughter at the fact
I
that
do support my daughter, Angie. I've supported my daughter since the day she was born, and I'll support her until the day I'm no longer here.
Right. Well, all I can listen. If that was my sister, I think my sister would disown my mum.
Oh my! Pearl, can I speak now, or is this just the
Let
Angie
Luke
show?
have a talk now,
Fuck
please.
me! So why is Angie allowed to sit here and question people? Angie, let me ask you a question right now, since I know what you've just tried to do with Red and her daughter. So,
Exactly.
no, let me have my say now. So, putting your elderly mum in danger, doxing her is real life. Would you agree with that? Yes or no?
What do you mean, your friends? Like,
No,
Corey
who's
and
my
Bing?
friend? Who's my
Well,
friend?
you said with
can you
Corey,
name-
well,
no,
they
no,
were doxing me.
Can you name, and did I call Corey out?
Oh, so what you called him out? You still
No,
stayed
no.
friends with
See,
them?
sorry, Angie,
Still
I'm
stayed
talking.
friends with them. Did
Sorry,
you call
Angie, I'm
Adrian out?
talking.
Did you call
Sorry,
Adrian
Angie,
out?
I'm talking. Sorry, Angie, I'm talking like you just did. So I'll ask you a question of what you've just done, because I realise what you're doing right now on Miss Red and her daughter. So why did you stay friends with the man, right, and speak to him offline and have him in your box who put your elderly mother in danger by doxing her every single
Can I
day?
reply?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Right, thank you. First of all, right, you were friends with that person that was doxing me. You didn't call out AB, did you? Right? Second of all, right, I can have whoever I want in my box, Luke. I don't have a child. I don't have a child.
So you can,
I'm not
but
finished.
Miss Red... okay.
I don't have a child. I do not. Can you
Let her
listen,
finish,
please?
let her
Let me
finish.
reply.
Yeah, let her
Listen, yeah? The reason I put Corey in my box is because I found that every time he was doxing me is when we fell out. So I thought the only way is to be friends with him to stop him from doxing my address.
So the
And you
only
did
way
say
to
that online, Angie.
hang on, let me talk. Let me land the plane, Pearl. So the only way you could stop Corey doxing and putting you in danger is to make a parlay with him and be friends with him.
But the thing is, we're not talking about a child. We're not talking about a grandchild. We're not talking about a baby. We're not talking about
putting
a
your
child.
elderly mother
one
in
at a
danger.
time.
We're talking about putting your elderly mother in danger.
Okay. For God's sake, there's a complete difference. Yeah, let me tell you why there's a complete difference, right?
Boom!
EQ did nothing. EQ did an AI of Luke walking into your grandchild's room.
Same thing.
That's the AI she made. Your daughter turned around and said it's disgusting, but however, I'm going to respect
And so did your mother about the doxing.
and the fact that
So did
my
your
mother
mother
is still
about her
friends
being
with her.
doxed. So did your mother
Can
about
you
being
please
doxed.
listen? We're talking about a child, completely different.
And we're talking about an elderly woman. We're talking about an elderly
And now we're
woman.
talking about an AI.
And we're talking about an elderly woman.
And am I talking to Corey now? No, I'm not.
Pardon?
Am I talking to Corey now? No, I'm not.
Until when, Angie? Until when, next week?
Did I report him to the police? Yes, I did.
Until when, Angie? Until you...
I'm not... Listen, he hasn't doxed me for a long time, and that's the way it's going to stay. Because if he does it again, he will go to the police again. I'll go to the police
you are
again.
a hypocrite. You've just stated...
Everybody, can I just say something, everybody, for 2 minutes, please? Right, so I get all sides here. So what you've just said there, Angie, is you let Corey in to be, so he stops you from doxing. So that's my opinion why everybody else moved on. So to keep the peaceful life and for things not to happen.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Pearl, we're not talking about a child. You know, Miss Red, EQ put
everyone fucking leave the Lucifer alone. Miss Red, you are a bad hypocrite. You didn't say nothing.
I have just told you to let nobody up, but
you're
Zach,
a hypocrite, Pike. Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Stop arguing with me. Stop putting anybody in. Only Zach and EQ. And if Birdman wants to come back up, nobody else in the boxes, please.
Can I just say something, guys? What's the difference between an innocent child and an elderly lady that's got a heart condition?
You're letting her drag you back into the past. She's got something bad about me. She's really obsessed with me. She's been talking about me, my account.
But Miss Red, she put
this.
an AI
She's done it all.
of your grandchild.
Stop trying to get away from what I'm saying,
It's
Delusive.
completely
You're
different.
trying to wage a hate campaign against me. You're going on and on and on about me.
EQ. You
All
put
of
out an
these
AI
things
of
have
her
been.
grandchild.
All of
Her
these
daughter
things
said
have been
that
spoken
you're
about.
disgusting.
All the awareness has been done. All the apologies have been made. This is not the current climate, and she's got you right where she wants you justifying yourselves over things that are put to bed already. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She's got a massive hate campaign against me going at the moment.
I've just made her look a complete fucking hypocrite. So
2 minutes, everybody.
No,
everybody.
you have not.
1 minute.
She's literally started a hate campaign against me.
EQ and
She's
Luke,
calling
1
me
minute. Is there anybody from Angie's community who wants to come
There's
up
a
here?
complete difference.
I'm just
between
talking
my
out loud,
mother and
not
a
actually
child.
at her. What
And
she's
someone
doing is
doxing me and
she's
an AI
waging a
put out
hate
of a child.
campaign
Complete
against me,
difference.
telling people
I
that
don't know
I'm
why I was
Islamophobic, saying
speak
that
now,
people
please.
aren't transphobic. I've only just joined, Angie. You've
Right,
been
can we
speaking. Let me
let
speak.
Nikki speak?
No, it's not your live. Let me speak and have a say. You are raking over the coals. You're coming after me because you're weird and obsessed with me because I make more money than you. You're highly jealous of everything that I achieve. Everybody you I speak to now who we're fine with, you're trying to have some type of issue and justify themselves to you. You have got a massive issue with me. You sat there and laughed about transphobia practically the other night. You've tried to justify it ever since. You're going on and on and on and on and on about me, but evil queen, but evil queen, but evil queen. Let's bring up you and everything that you say and do on this app and the AIs that you've made about people.
Yeah, but EQ, just because you decided
No
to
one's
change
talking
your
to
way.
you. I'm talking about
she's
you.
supporting Angela.
You're a nobody.
EQ, she's supporting Angela. Have a little say, please.
But she's not. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to the adults in the room.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that.
I'm not listening to you then. Goodbye, you're a nobody. And that's my say. She's trying to rake over the She's got a hate campaign against me.
Just because you have changed your ways doesn't mean that everybody on TikTok has to believe you've changed your ways.
But my point is, I think if we've all moved on, we should be allowed to move on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Stop going back to the past. Stop bringing, you've done this and you've said that. We should be allowed to move on.
I understand that, but what I don't understand is, this is where my mother's completely different to what we're talking about here, is if someone's put an AI out of your grandchild, right, that's your grandchild, right, that's your daughter's kid, and your daughter turned around and said that she thought EQ was disgusting, and then she turned around and said, but I'm going to respect my mother's decision at the fact that she's still friends with her. And I thought that was pretty sad.
It's nothing to do with you, Angie.
No,
right?
but you put it out on
Nothing
TikTok,
to
so
do with you.
it was just, to be fair, it was just a question, misread.
Move on for peace.
I told you I wasn't.
I'm not going to explain myself to somebody who froze up all over herself, doesn't change her knickers on the internet.
But this
is true. That is true.
The truth. I'm not explaining myself and my actions to you. Who do you
but the thing is, Miss Red, it's like you put everything to bed with everybody and you want peace, but you throw everything back at Angie every day. Everything Angie's
Angie
ever
brings
done.
up Evil Queen regularly.
But then what's EQ going to do with misread, Luke?
Angie, did you allow somebody in your boxes that has threatened your mum? Has anyone? Can you think back to anybody threatening your mum and putting something on her head? Or something?
You know, are you talking about Corey?
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you were friends with him when he did that, by the way.
Yeah,
but however,
but hang on. Me and you are.
I spoke to Corey on the phone
ain't friends. Listen, you keep
police.
saying this, but me and you ain't friends. We don't roll like that.
You're not
so
listening.
I'm asking you a question. Have you let somebody in your life and face friends with them? No, because I haven't finished. Have you
then,
let
Luke,
somebody...
you're dragging up the past like you just accused me of doing with Red.
Okay, so she's dragging up the past with Miss Red.
That was
exactly,
2 days
but
ago
this
with
is what I'm saying.
That was
It
2
keeps
days
going
ago.
round and round.
I think, you know what, we've gone off topic. The fact is, Miss Red, you were crying on your life to make Zach look as bad as possible, right? When you weren't affected by what he said about your DV. He has every right to say he doesn't believe you. You brought your trauma to TikTok. I'm not finished. You brought your trauma to TikTok.
And what doesn't
if you brought your trauma to TikTok, people have a right to question it, and they can say, guess what? I don't believe you.
For 2
You and
years,
if you were in a courtroom, Miss Red, you'll be ripped to pieces. Okay? So people has a right to say, I don't believe you.
With me,
right?
And
You used your TV against
Zach.
Yes, you did.
Until I leave this app, he has mocked everything about me.
You used your TV against him.
Out
no, she didn't. Shut up, Angie.
He fucking tried to get me off this app, sabotage me behind the scenes. All the proof is there, but people like you deflect from his behaviour.
No, you used your TV. I knew. I saw exactly what you did.
He now has malicious communications against him and inciting hate, and that isn't from me, because the guy is fucking dangerous, and people like you back people like him up because you're cunts. Now I'm going to enjoy my day. Goodbye.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. This is the woman calling people liar that made up a man hit her at the door. Can we just all stop here for a second? This woman told the whole app that a man turned up at her house and hit her.
Why did
she do it? Because she's a drama queen.
I can tell you why. If you shut up for a second, I'll tell you why.
Angie, shut up. You're a walking hypocrite.
Be quiet. Can we hear from Nick? She's coming.
No, we can't.
Let Nick have a say. Let Nick have a say a minute, please.
This is between me and you now, Angie.
Let Nick have a say, because she's been waiting from the last question. She's up here
to
support Angie.
At the end of the day, right? We see Angie off the app, right? When she is frightened of people coming to her door.
But let's Corey in all the time.
Hang on. You won't let me land.
Liar, she's not frightened of anyone coming to her house.
Lou.
No, she's not frightened of anyone coming to her house.
Let her just
she's a liar.
As you're saying. Let her just have an opinion and we can go from there.
Angie's a liar.
I'm not a liar.
Oh,
right. We see Angie off the app, right? And we see how she is not on TikTok, in real life, and how frightened she is about people coming to her door, right? And she, for whatever reason, thought that it might be a good idea to show people that how dangerous doxing her address would be. Was it a good idea? No, it wasn't. Did we tell Angie it wasn't a good idea? Yes, we did. But when people have got her that frightened that she can't go out of her house because she's frightened of being attacked, or people coming to her house and attacking her, when Angel Wings came to her house, right, it wasn't so much her coming to her house that frightened her. It was the comment that she made.
Angel Wing that was in her box last
month. In her live, and turned around and said she turned up at Angie's with an axe, which we've all got the screenshots.
Angel Wings that was in her box last month, yeah? Is that the same person, yeah?
No, I didn't know. Wait a minute. You cannot say that, right?
I just did.
I even wanted to sort it out with that woman, okay? right?
But you're allowed to
I'm
sort it out
allowed
with
to do
Angel
that.
Wings, but
Yeah,
Miss
but
Red ain't allowed
it
to
was
sort it
never
out with
Angie.
you.
Angie never said those comments in the first place about
There was
Angel
no
Wings.
axe. There was never no axe, and she knows
But
there
Angel
wasn't.
Wings wrote that in the comments, right? And because she'd already turned up, and then just after she turned up, within an hour of turning up, she wrote in a comment, I swung her Ring doorbell off with an axe. It was her comment from her account, right?
From the
because
Ring
she'd already
doorbell,
turned
we
up-
all know that didn't happen.
No, I know, Pearl, but she wrote it. So, and when Angie's
Can I
heightened-
just say, Paul, there's no way of getting that off. It's actually nailed into the wall, my doorbell.
Angie, you're a hypocrite. Simple as.
But however, we're not talking about that, and I want to just put that to bed. That.
Yeah, we'll stop bringing EQ up then all the time. You're obsessed with the woman. Leave her alone.
Oh my God!
You're absolutely upset. Everything has to. It was
You
between.
and I her
It
for
was
a
between
year, Luke,
Zach.
and now-
It was between Zach and Miss Red. You keep bringing EQ
But
up. I don't
Luke,
know why.
you went at EQ for a year.
Yeah, I know.
All the names that you called her, and now
Yeah, I
all of a
did.
sudden it's leave EQ alone.
And you made up with her, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
but
sent
I
her
don't
3
have
lions.
friends with anyone,
Did you
Luke.
send
I
her
don't-
3 lions, or did I?
The only
Did you
friends
send-
I have on here, Luke, is my community. I don't talk to people off TikTok.
You're not even
no
friends
other
with them
creator
because
on
they turn
TikTok.
on you, don't they?
I
You're not
don't
even
go
friends
out with
with
any
them.
creator on TikTok, but you had arranged to go out with EQ, did you
No, I
not?
didn't.
So
No, I
there's a
didn't.
difference-
Why is
difference
Paula?
between-
Why is
there's
Paula
a
not
difference
in?
between being
Why is Paula not in
separated
your
and being
community
friends.
anymore?
I arranged. It was me who arranged.
Right,
to
so
go
let
out
me
with
get this
Absolute
straight,
Beat.
Pearl. I'll ask you a question, Pearl. I'll talk directly to you because the other two, there's no sense between them, right?
No, I
I'll
have
talk
got
to you.
sense, thank you, Luke.
There's no sense. You're Angie Sheep. That's it.
I am
You're
not a
Angie
sheep for anybody.
You
I
are
am not a
Angie Sheep.
sheep
You'll
for
always
anybody.
agree with.
I
If you
am
go
not a
against
sheep for
Angie,
Nick has her
anybody.
own
Bro,
opinions.
So, Pearl, no, she hasn't got an opinion. They match yours.
No,
so
they don't.
quiet.
No,
so they
they
match
don't,
yours.
because I
So,
called
Pearl,
Birdman.
I'll
I
ask you
called
a question,
Birdman out
Pearl.
the weekend.
Pearl,
for
you've
what he
heard
did
all
to
sides,
EQ.
Pearl.
So I'm not a
Pearl,
sheep.
I'm talking to Pearl now.
I
Pearl,
don't
you've
care.
heard. Well, I do. It's Pearl's live. Have some respect. I'm talking to Pearl.
Wow.
Pearl. Wow.
Yeah.
Angie, you made up a man came to your house to hit you. You've got no reason to say wow, mate. So be quiet.
Shut up,
Right?
Luke.
And then you stand for DV. Yeah, right. You stand for fuck all
Oh,
apart
listen,
from
let me
your
tell
pocket.
you something.
You don't
yeah? I
tell
don't
me
stand
anything,
for-
Delisa
Well, didn't
Banji.
you
Let me
know
tell
that
you,
do
I
not
don't stand
tell-
for
you
no.
do not tell me
Okay,
anything.
look, can I
Talia's like,
You
speak?
don't tell me
Can I
anything.
speak? I don't stand for any woman that's had a trauma on this
You don't
app,
stand for
apart
women.
from my
You
community.
don't stand for women.
Apart from the genuine women. No, let me tell you why. Because I support the worst of the worst men on here. I have no
Right,
empathy.
so
I have no sympathy. And I will say that with chest.
So a woman was one of your subscribers. You brought her in. She said she'd been SA'd. Right, you were all lovely to her. A few months ago, a woman came into your life. She was lovely. She's one of your supporters. The next day, you were pissed and was questioning her SA.
Let me
It's
tell you why.
disgusting.
No, it wasn't SA. It was DV, Luke.
It was SA.
DV. It was DV.
SA.
It was DV.
Yes,
Let me
it
tell you
was
why.
SA.
Can I
You're
reply?
lying.
Can I reply?
Right,
Because I
let me-
saw on her. I saw her on a live, yeah, and she had I can't say because I don't get banned. A KNIFE that she was going to use on the neighbour. I'm
No,
so against that kind of crime
was
because
SA. You're
many
wrong again.
children are
It wasn't,
unalive
it was
due to
DV.
knife crime.
No, it
okay?
wasn't.
I
It was
will
SA
never
because she jumped on my
support
platform
knife crime.
after
It's that
Nick.
simple. I don't
She was
support
in my
knife
box,
crime.
Nick,
See, this is what I'm trying to
crying.
say, Luke. I will never support the majority of women on here.
You don't
that
support
go
any
through some
woman.
kind of
You don't
DV and all
support
this
any
kind
woman.
of shit. When they're walking around with knives and
You
all
don't
this,
support- you
making
don't
these
support-
kind of threats. You've been through DV, love. Why are you making threats towards other people? Why are you supporting the worst of the worst men on here? I will never support those kind of women. I will always support genuine women that support other women. These women on here, they say, I've been through this DV, I've been through this. And then next minute, they're making threats to people. They're carrying knives. No, I don't support
Can we
them.
stop saying that word, please?
Oh, sorry, Pearl, sorry.
Anyway, Pearl, I just zoned out then because it's all bullshit. So I'll ask you, Pearl. So it's okay for what Angie's okay for people to threaten her elderly mum and be doxxed time again. She's okay to speak to them people off the app. She's fine. She can speak to them people off the app. She can have them in there.
reported them to the police.
I'm talking to Pearl. So she's just stated she did that because she wanted him to stop doxing. Am I correct or incorrect, Pearl?
Right, this is my whole point. I know
There
where
you
you're
go.
going with
I
this.
know, that's
Listen,
not the only
listen,
reason,
listen.
Luke. I have
Let
empathy
me
for
speak,
people. I've told you
please.
that.
Let me speak, right? I've listened to you all now, and this is me whole point. So, Angie, you've just said you allow Corey...
No, but Pearl, I don't... Listen.
Let Pearl speak, it's her platform.
I know, I just want to
Shut
say
up.
this. I don't know even why I said this. I said it many times. I have empathy for people. I don't know why. Please tell me why I have empathy for people. Why did I have that empathy for the paramedic that did what he did to me? I don't know. That is the truth. There you go, Luke. That is it.
But what I'm saying
know.
is...
Maybe it's trauma
let me
bonding.
answer, please.
I don't know.
Let me answer. I get that as well, Angie, right? But what I'm saying is, so you allow Corey into your box now for a peaceful life, so your mother doesn't get a price put on her head, you don't get doxed, you don't do whatever.
No, that wasn't the reason, actually, Pearl. I don't even know why I said that.
I don't know. Well, anyways, listen, this is where it comes from. So now everybody else should be allowed to move on for a peaceful life so these things don't happen. And this is, we all singing from the same in sheet, but we're going in different directions.
I understand that. I just don't understand why Miss Red's, I don't understand why Miss Red's friends
why does
with
Red keep on going in
can
Zach's room if he affects her?
But they've
What do you
never
mean
met
keep
up,
on
Angie.
going once, Nick? What do you mean keep on going in Zach's room? Well, she went in there once and made a comment, and she's a bad person for reacting to what he was saying.
If he affects her mental health, why go in there? Because if somebody affected my mental health, I wouldn't go within 100 miles of him.
And again, Jill, you have to understand, if Corey was affecting Angie's mental health by putting so many thousands of pounds on to have a mum seen to, Angie, as an adult, has decided to move on for a peaceful life. And this is what everybody's saying.
No, it wasn't really for a peaceful life. I reported him to the police.
Yeah, but you haven't carried that out, and
I
now
have carried that out. I left it with the police.
I don't know. Sorry,
so I don't know whether I have not heard from them because I've changed my number. As you know.
Yeah.
But however, I don't know. I assume because he hasn't doxed me since, maybe they have spoken to him. So I assume they have spoken to him, and that's why he has not doxed me.
So what I'm trying to say is everybody, wait there, Luke, everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet, but they're deciding to move on with people so their life, their family life is more peaceful. So I don't understand why we all argue.
Because you know why? I can understand being civil, but what Miss Red does is have EQ's back. It's like she's friends with her, and I don't understand how you'd be friends with someone that did that about your grandchild. That's just my opinion.
I don't understand someone being friends with someone who threatened someone's mum. And I'm talking about your mum, an elderly woman.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I do not understand someone being friends with someone that threatened someone's mother.
She's an independent woman. Yeah, go and ask my mum if she's affected by that. No, she turned around and said, "Well, he can try that." Do you know what I mean?
What do you want us to? Hang on, what do you want us to do? Go and ask a child if they're affected by it? Are you fucking for real?
No,
Are you for real?
Her daughter came on and said she thought it was disgusting, but however, she don't think her mum should be friends, but it's her mum's decision. And I just thought to myself, wow, if that was my sister and EQ had done that, I think my sister would disown my mum for still being friends with that person. That's just my opinion.
My brothers and sisters would disown a woman for standing by someone that threatened my mother and still continue to have WhatsApps with them.
I'm not friends with Corey, though.
You was friends with him for a long time. Stop lying. You were WhatsApping each other everything. So stop it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And you know it's the same thing. It is the same thing. Your mother was threatened and you stayed friends with him. Simple as that.
I was never friends with him.
Yes, so Miss Red, what are you on about? You were WhatsApping him. You had him in your box. You were talking to him. That's friendship.
He was WhatsApping me.
Oh, it's friendship, Ange.
No, we were not friends.
Ange, let's just say it like this, right? What I'm finding, Ange, is that anything against EQ and Red, you jump on the back of. Anything against Red,
I think the thing is, there's a huge difference to what Corey did and what EQ did. Huge difference.
Well, can you say in your opinion? Because
you're talking about
someone's parent.
You're talking about pedo. You know what I mean?
Threatening someone's parents. Threatening someone's parent, elderly mother with a heart condition.
Make an AI to suggest you're a pedo, Luke, is pretty bad to me.
Threatening someone's mother and doxing them where actual harm can happen. Because if a psycho comes to your door, Angie, right?
You know what though?
Yes.
You were friends with him, number one, and number two.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I spoke to Corey.
Have I ever? Can I ask a question? Have I ever doxed him? Have I ever doxed
I spoke
you?
to Corey about that, yeah, and he did say it was banter. I'm not saying it was right what he said though, but was my mum affected? I spoke to my mum. She thought it was funny. No, she didn't find it. If she didn't find it funny, she would have gone to the police about it.
Okay, fair enough. That's your opinion.
I can't remember what she called him, but she just thought it was funny.
You get it from all sides. What Angie's trying to say is she can't understand why people moved on with EQ after what was said, and this is our thing to move on. So what Luke is saying, he can't understand why you stayed friends with Corey when he put ever so many thousands of pounds to have your mum, you know. And
that was my mum. My mum wasn't, but Miss Red was affected by that, right? My mum wasn't. She thought it was funny.
But you said
she thought it was funny.
Okay, so does your mum find it funny that you get doxed?
The doxing?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, she knows about the doxing. She would go to the police if she was affected by that.
Okay,
listen,
so if she's not affected by it, why did you make friends with him?
I'm affected by it.
Why are you affected? She's not. Why are you affected? She's not.
Because I'm allowed. That's how I feel.
Yeah. So why did you stay friends with him then?
She should feel.
I think it's madness that you stay friends with somebody that your elderly mother lives there with a heart condition, and you think it's okay to stay friends and have someone in your box that's threatened her.
With him,
I think that's mad. Well, I think that's madness.
I just told you it went to the police.
Listen, can we just agree to disagree on this, Angie?
Yes, I went to the police about it. So no, it wasn't okay.
Okay, can we just agree to disagree? Because instead of shouting,
my mum didn't think it was okay either. But what
Angie,
she did
you've just said your mum didn't think it was okay. 2 minutes ago, said she was laughing about it.
But she don't think it's okay for people to be all over the app. No, of course she don't think it's okay.
And that's where Katana's coming from. She didn't think it was good to be all over the app.
When he said about their mum, her threatening, that's what you were questioning me about. When he threatened her, that's what she laughed about. The doxing, no, she don't think that's okay.
I'm seeing it from all sides. You're all singing from the same in sheet, but you're going in different directions. You've all got valid points.
Yeah, I'm not. I just feel, Pearl, we're going round in circles now.
No, but everybody's got valid points, but you're all doing the same thing. Like, Angie's moved on with whoever she's had beef with. Yous has moved on. I've moved on. What is the problem?
I just think Donna has a certain right. Donna has a certain right to feel how she does about being dug out at, and like when people. Angie, can I ask you something? If someone comes, if someone comes to you crying on a phone call saying, "I'm so sorry, Angie. You know, it wasn't me. It was a takedown. It wasn't me. I was being pushed to go for you. How would you feel about that?
What do you mean?
Oh,
I wasn't even listening.
That's just digging that Zach, isn't it?
I've zoned out.
Oh, it's not a dig. How's it a dig? It's the truth.
Yeah, I know, Luke, but that was between Zach. That was between Zach and Red.
But
that's nothing to do with the rest of us.
Hang on. But Nick, what are you on about? This whole life's been about Zach and Red. It started
Yes, I know, but what I'm saying is, and now you're like out in private calls between Red and Zach. You can't do that. Stick to the topic. Stick to the topic of
I'm lost.
The
Where's the private phone call between anybody?
Well, obviously Zach has made that phone call to Miss Red and said those things on a phone call.
But it's been mentioned. How's it private? It's been Miss Red's mentioned.
But I'm just saying this live was put up about what happened.
But Nick, you've just said that this isn't about. This is my point. It's been made into the Angie show because this is originally about Zach and Red, and now it's not about Zach and Red.
No, it is. But I'm just saying private phone calls. That's all I'm saying.
It's not private because Miss Red spoke about it. How he cried on the phone. He said, "Donna, I love you. Donna, I love you."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's between Miss Red and Zach. They need to have that discussion.
And again, this is where, can I just give my input again? So, if Donna and Zach has had these phone calls, why hasn't it been moved on for? For the last fortnight, he's been pulling all clips up and going in. So again, Donna's gone in. She said pot, kettle, black. That's the only thing I can think of. And it started from there. So if they put it to bed... If they put it to bed, why carry on playing them clips and having them opinions on what you want to put to bed? I don't get it.
It's never going to be put to bed.
I agree with you on that, Delusion. I agree with you on that.
hurt people, and that's the way it is, and they're never going to put it to bed.
Zach had no right to bring up Facebook posts and homophobia. Zach's been homophobic towards me, and he's been racist, and we're forgetting about what he said when he thought the cameras were off. But yet he can sit there and say to Donna about old Facebook posts and saying about homophobia. Yous are all fucking warped, man.
No, look, at the end of the day, right, everybody on here has done something wrong. Nobody has got clean hands.
We're all hypocrites.
Exactly, yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So we keep on dragging up, well, she said that, he said that, you're getting nowhere. You're just going around on the same merry-go-round, just causing people even more pain.
But it was Angie that jumped in to talk. So you have just been a major hypocrite because it was Angie.
Been a major
hang on, let me
hypocrite.
please, Nick, let me.
Because I know what
yes,
you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say, Nick.
Yeah,
so
I do know what you're going to say.
Now, hang on, Pearl, I'm allowed to respond.
Let him reply back to you, please, Nick.
So according to Nick, we're not allowed to bring up the past. You know, we're going round in circles, but Angie brought up about the AI with Misread and EQ. Boom, there you go. So
that's between Angie and Misread. We were talking about Zach and Misread, right? At the end of the day...
But you just said the live weren't about Angie and Zach and Red. So, okay, Angie come up
because he had hypocrisy.
So basically, Angie's allowed to bring up the past, but no one else is.
Everybody brings up the past, Luke. During yesterday, Angie's past was thrown in her face numerous times on numerous lives. The past is always being dragged up. At the end of the day, what the viewer saw, and I can only speak as a viewer because I'm not a creator, I'm a viewer, is that Miss Red wrote in the comments, pot kettle black, right? She went into the box.
No,
she said, no,
sorry,
listen.
Nick, I've explained myself wrong.
Yeah.
I think there was clips being played for about a fortnight before this. Then she was going past... Oh, go on. Sorry, Donna can explain. I'm not speaking for her.
But I'm just saying, as a viewer, Pill, what we saw yesterday morning was Miss Red write in the comments and jump in the box, right? Then they were both going back and forth. Miss Red first brought up Zach's mental health. He went back at her as a DV, which is disgusting. Both shouldn't have been mentioned, and it went sideways from there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But as a viewer, that's all we're seeing is this constant back and forth, and the past being dragged out. Yeah. And that's for everybody. Everybody throws Angie's past at her. People with you, Pill, your past, and you're racist. How many times is that brought up daily?
And it'll always be fetched up.
Exactly.
This is what we're trying to get over. Leave the past in the past.
But people are never going to people are never going to do it because they want the drama.
Yeah. So Donna, right, from you going in yesterday morning, and was it yesterday morning? I'm lost off.
I don't think
and writing pot kettle black. What led up to you going in to that room to write that?
So he had a video on the screen. Like I say, guys, the full live is on Breaking News. Zach's full live, the full 50 minutes. So he had a video up on the screen, and he was talking about basically us not calling EQ out, right? Being stuck up bunders and whatnot and things like that. And then it just took me back to the time that Zach would be, oh, it's just Queenie being Queenie, you know? And I wrote in the comment section, pot kettle black, right? Because he sounds a bit of a hypocrite, right? Bearing in mind is got my video on the screen for 50 minutes. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Then he mentioned the Facebook posts. I'm not a liar, Cat. It's on Breaking News. Go and watch it. People won't show that, though, will they? Because that's the full context of the whole situation. It doesn't suit people's narratives, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Zach invited me into the box. I went into the box, right? So the mad thing is about this, he can dig me out, say the worst. God forbid I should have enough one day and finally jump in his box and react. Do you know how insane that is?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I am not allowed to react to a man that has constantly dug at me for 2 years. I left him alone when he was in Thailand. I never shown any of that. Never had any opinions on it. I barely play him on my FYP show unless I've reacted to something that he said about me. That is the facts, guys. There's no digging at each other. He does not stop. And he won't stop because he's obsessed. He picks a target and he doesn't stop until that target's taken down. And that's what your man is. That's what he's all about.
This is what I couldn't understand, because everybody like stepped away, moved back, because he was saying how his mental health was struggling. And we did. Everybody who watches knows we didn't speak on him after that. We all stopped. And then just out the blue, it's come from nowhere again. He started to play videos, pull the videos up. Nobody said anything about him. So he started playing the videos. I even listened the other day, he was going on. Now, he sent me a lovely message at New Year. We wished each other the best. I sent him one back and like wished each other the best, basically. There was nothing horrible in it. That's what we done. But he was playing a video the other day about, look what happened to me. My past was dug into. This family member was contacted. And I just thought, wow, how have we got back to here again? We've put everything to bed. So what we're trying to say is, for some reason, we do not know why, he's starting to play old videos, pull things up from the past when nobody has said anything about him. So this is why now people are reacting. So I don't...
Thank you, guys. In a nutshell, yeah. Am I innocent? I'm not innocent. I've always sat on my, FYP show and said I'm not innocent. I'm by far innocent, but he does and has dug me out for the longest of time. And that is the truth, guys. I've sat and I've not retaliated. Most times I never spoke about him in Thailand and everything else. I haven't. Because I know with me and him there's history and I don't want it to continue. I've asked him on many a times, please leave me alone. And he doesn't, and he can't. He can't.
But can't you just block him, Miss Red, so you can't see anything that he puts up? Because like if it's affecting your mental health that bad, don't watch him. Don't, like, I can only go on what Angie did with a certain creator. She literally ghosted him. Wouldn't let him be spoken about. Wouldn't let him be spoken about. Wouldn't let any videos be sent to her, and wouldn't let anybody in the box if they mentioned him. Can't you just do that if it's to protect your own mental health?
To be honest,
you know what, Nikki? I'm sick of people. They're crying, they're complaining, and all of this. And all you need to is black that person out. Stop talking on them. Stop giving them the airtime. Stop doing it. Stop doing all of that. Block them and move on.
This is what you're not getting. I do. I sit back and I say nothing 99% of the time. But can you imagine yourself, you, sitting there and saying nothing 99% of the time, right? It's hard. Eventually you're going to react. Eventually you have enough, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm agreeing because, like me, this is how this live started off again, because there's a certain situation going on the app, I'm mentioning no names, and people are saying they're getting pushed to the limits where they want to do something to self and not be here no more. In my opinion, if I got to that stage where I didn't want to be here no more, my family was suffering, I'm sorry, an app is an app and I would just walk away from it. But no, everybody is starting to put that onto the community. So the community goes and starts this. I would say, just how you did, Angie, with a certain person on here, do not send me no videos. Do not speak about him. Do not mention the name and move on. And it's getting used too much. So why I can't understand with Zach again is we all put it to bed. Nobody spoke on him, but he's starting to bring videos up, the same as another certain creator on the app at this present time is doing exactly the same. And in my opinion, I'm going to say it like it is, it's for views and it's for money and it's to get them somewhere on the platforms, and it's working because everybody is playing into it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if things affected me that much, that would be it. I would say, if you send me one clip, if you speak about a thing, I am going to block you as well, because I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all in this same boat. We all don't want people to talk about us. So, to me, like another certain person on this app this morning, and it concerns Dan, so everybody knows who I'm talking about. If they're getting spoke about, block that person. Don't let anybody send you anything. Don't speak about them. Don't rise to it. Just be done with it. Wash your hands. and move on with your platform and do what you do. Do what people like to come in and see you about. This is my opinion. Because
exactly, we're all responsible for our own mental health.
yes, and people's putting out this morning and yesterday that they've got to a point where they wanting to take their own lives, and to me that is so wrong. That is manipulating your audience, putting it on to vulnerable people who could just come up and say, I love this creator, I feel that way, I might do that. Come on, give our fucking heads a shake.
Yeah, I agree.
It's bad. It's bad on every level. And we've put this to bed, and I can't understand where it's come from again. And we've done this for Zach's mental health. That's what we've done it for.
But
and
like
it's
at the end
sad.
of the
It's
day,
so sad to watch this happen.
Our own mental health should be more important than anybody else's.
Exactly. And if my mental health was affected to the point I didn't want to be here no more, I'd say fuck off app. End of. Fuck off app. My life and my family means more to me, but I can't understand why it's all getting dragged up for. And the part I'm talking about, putting out that you want to take your life, is from another certain creator on here. And that's wrong on every level. Wrong.
But Pearl, I have to say this as well. When that creator that you're on about did that last year about Angie and said that she was going to do that because Angie had driven that, everybody backed her.
No, I would never back anybody.
I'm not saying you as a person,
No.
but a lot of creators did back her over that and said how disgusting Angie was affecting her mental health like that.
And that's wrong. And she done it with Angie. Now she's doing it with Dan, and it's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't want no names mentioned because there's no names coming out of my mouth. That is wrong on every level. She tried to get a platform from Angie, and now she's trying to get a platform from Dan, and using, I'll say it, unalive tactics that you're going to do this to get a platform. You are absolutely sad and fucking pathetic. And what a pity for people that is genuinely feeling that way. It's sick to the stomach. It's sick to the stomach, and it needs to fucking stop. And never mind running to police, this, that and the other. If the app is affecting you that much, and this goes out to anybody that is affecting them, come away from the app. That's my opinion. If you feel you don't want to be here no more over things that's happening, because this is pathetic and it's going low, leave the app. Go away till your mental health's better, then come back. But don't speak on that person. Don't watch them. Don't let anybody send you anything. Stop it. Oh.
What a morning.
So, Angie and Donna, where are we going to go from this? And like I say, anybody else? Listen, pull me up if you think I'm wrong what I'm saying.
I was quite happy to be civil with Angie. I mean, are we going to be friends? No, we'll never be friends because we're not. But I was quite happy to be civil. But I do feel like any opportunity she can get, this is just like how I feel, she'll dig me out, like, you know. And that's how I feel. You, any opportunity?
No, I just have my opinion, my honest opinion.
But some of it's not honest, though. I don't feel it is honest.
It's just my opinion.
I feel,
you know what I mean? I just felt that you kind of, sorry, I just went away from my phone, so I don't know what you're talking about now. So I just feel like I was just doing FYP.
Yeah.
So, can I go back there? I'm trying to be a little mediator here. I know me, who's not a full shilling. So, listen. So, if you have your opinion on yours, Angie, and you move on, that's your opinion, that's fine. So, if Donna has her opinion on you and moves on, then that's fine. Are we coming to some agreement with this here? It's not a hate campaign in front of that many thousands of people. Just have your opinions. And nobody's saying don't speak about each other. Have your opinions and move on to the next subject. So are you agreeing on that?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And also, she keeps bringing me up, but I don't do an FYP show. So why'd you keep bringing me up?
Exactly, like this needs to stop. While we all are you, please, let's all talk like
But
adults.
it'll just come to an end for it, because she had Jay Moss in the box yesterday that said you don't even need a copyright to report somebody playing your videos. So if you press the report button, copyright infringement, and then fill out the form to show she's playing people's clips, it'll put a stop to her.
So where we
she won't
all
be able to
going
play
from
anyone's
here?
clips then.
Where we all going from here? I don't know.
So just know that as viewers, you can report her for copyright no matter who if she's playing someone else's videos. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, bye. Who's J Moss?
Thank you, Kirsty.
Bye, I'm going to drop down now. Thanks, Pearl.
You're welcome. Bye, Angie. Have a nice day.
Bye. Bye.
Who's J Moss? Anybody?
He's the one who's been helping CLA.
Yeah, CLA's right-hand man.
Right.
Thank you, Pearl.
I don't watch them. I don't watch CFAT. I don't know who J Moss is. But I just think all of this, like, all this baiting and using to extremes of mental health, that you're going to get to that level, I think it's so wrong on every level, because there's vulnerable people listening to this and you're using that to make out you're all softer than light, and really behind it you're giving everybody them bang bangs to stop putting people in the box. We're trying to get somewhere. We're not starting. Sorry, Mods, talking like that. Stop putting people in the box, please. We're trying to get somewhere here. So from now on, Angie's doing a F page. So if she speaks on you, move on. And the same with you, Donna. Sorry, you go on. If you do it and move on. But the same as well with the dance situation. In my opinion, block each other. Don't listen to each other. If people are sending you things, they're trying to be malicious, but also that could be you using it to your benefit. This is what I'm saying on the matter. In my opinion, it's tit for tat, and I don't think it's ever going to fucking stop. But if you're going to say stop moving on, stop bringing the past up, everybody has to stop bringing the past up, not just one person, or it's not going to stop.
Exactly. I'm going to pop down now, Pearl. Thank you for letting me up.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So everybody, listen, on that note, I don't know where we go from here. If people are still going to dig at each other's past, then nobody else can bring their pasts up. That's what I'm trying to say. So, please give me strength. You're putting these wrong, and I don't know who he is. I've never heard of the man. I've never heard of the man. Right, everybody, I'm going to go wash my knickers and I'll be back on later. Thank you, my watcher. What's that? Somebody said stop agreeing. Wait there. This will never... Oh, it'll never stop. It's not going to stop. If somebody's going to bring somebody else's past up, it's not going to stop. So I don't know where we go from here. But then you can't come on and cry that... you mentioning me and I'm going to mention you. Somebody has to be the bigger person and walk away from it. But the main thing I'm getting on about is certain people saying their mental health affected that much, they're going to do something to themselves. That is bad. That is bad whichever way you look at it, because you are manipulating your audience, manipulating anybody that's seen it on the F page, and you know exactly what you're doing. And if I felt that way, I would just say, listen, my well-being, my mental health and my family means more to me than any app. So you doing it to your advantage, that's my opinion. I'm sorry, you're doing it to your advantage. And that's the last say on it. And I'm going to go, like I said, wash my knickers, have a little puff of me granny, and I'll be back on later. Right? And listen, everybody, thank you for all my presents, all my gifts.